Diggy! We're back! Yeah!
That was a bad one, man.
We're back tonight, but not next week. As dealers go to the Emerald Isle. He's got He's got his keys! But, quick recap for tonight. Last session, it was a huge one for Torin as he destroyed the Stone Titan, recovered one of the pieces to the artifacts that is hidden amongst Peridrooks, and you guys, I believe, have two now. Reaching out to Felornak, you guys kind of struck a little bit of a deal with them, exploring the caves and maybe for some information in return. Diving deep into the mountain after Bradley found a high point within the mountains to get back into it, he realized this was his home of Blackstone. Traveling into this cave, you guys found yourself into this kind of hazy fog area where these mysterious, shady creatures were lurking about, which happened to suck the life of one of your soldiers, Sylvan, as he dropped dead. Saved by his companions and moved through the prism glass, you guys met an old foe. Tokala Faye was waiting for you on the other side. With his druid powers, he was able to connect with the mother tree and bring Sylvan back to life with its healing powers and properties. After that, gave you guys some more information, and you learned that the Elder Fae before him actually helped dismantle a few of the artifacts and disperse them amongst the island. And one of the pieces the last piece now resides in Felornak's treasure hoard. After that, you guys plunged down into kind of that well located in the center of the room, fell down probably, good 30 feet, and came upon this opening cave room area where you heard kind of some cackling and claw marks in the distance. And that is where we are starting.
Is it dark in here?
It is.
Didn't he say the last item is the Elder Tree? Isn't there a gem in the Elder Tree?
Yeah, it's something.
You guys, the last one on Oldstead
Yeah.
resides beneath the Elder Tree.
If only we
Or
could
the
have
Mother
listened that
Tree.
first time to do it.
Oh, I found it.
I will,
Once we were right. Didn't change anything. But
I will actually cast Crown of Stars.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm gonna cast Crown of Stars, so it creates 7 star-like motes, and then they create lights as well. They shed bright light for 30-foot radius, and then dim light for 30 more feet.
yeah, I'm very familiar.
We didn't take a rest, right? Before we came in here, that we rested, right?
We long rested.
You guys did.
We're all
long
full
rest.
besides you, basically, I think.
All the way down.
You were at 1 HP.
You were at 1 HP, but you had spent some time in the chamber above with the Revivify to get you up. So everyone technically, yes, could have healed up at that point for
Taking a short rest.
besides you.
Oh, besides me.
Because you were revived during that time. And then shortly after that, within like 10 minutes, Bradley, you realized, was walking around the chamber looking for something, kind of like in his own headspace. And then you, I think, Elcor just barely. Yeah, Elcor just barely caught Bradley essentially T-pose, swan diving into the pit, and you chased after him. But remember, at any point, you can spend hit die to do a medicine check to get any health back. So like when you got revived in that moment after those talks, right before you could have maybe bandaged up a tiny bit if you felt like it. For you though, the trick is you don't have any wounds. So if you have any way to use a medicine check to maybe get yourself to maybe get some health, you can give that to me. And I'll tell you yes or no. Whether it's just something to perk yourself up, whether it's actually something medicine whether you have something in your pouches that you think could essentially get your body to be more energized, not necessarily healing yourself.
I'll look at my bodyguard and say, oh, I can do that as well. And I'll also cast Crown Star.
Yeah, let's go. Oh god.
4?
Good.
Suck to use that on a level 7 spell.
That would suck.
And now, hovering above Bradley and Elcor, you see stars kind of floating, hovering around, illuminating ever so slightly. The other ones.
I see you
Oh, okay. Well,
skilled in the
okay.
same type of magic I am for this stuff.
Yes, I recently learned this. It might come in handy.
Got it. All right.
You seen BG? They added a blade singer.
Yeah, we started one. That's what I'm playing right now.
They had some cool ones, yeah.
So it looks like there's 2 paths in front of us. Is that correct?
Yeah, so reminder on that too. To your right on the board, there is that mist coming around the corner, but it's not as thick as it was above. It just seems like this very not so dense fog per se, and you can kind of see into it a little bit since you do have dark vision, but you do see off around to the left that there is another chamber that seems a little tight compared to the other one. You can see that this chamber off to your right opens up a little wider, but the one to your left seems to be a little bit more narrow.
Which way do you think we should walk?
And like, obviously you can't really see.
Right, we would see
But
To the left.
Alright, so I'm gonna be.
can't see it.
Torn, do you mind using it? Got a spirit on me. Can't heal you right now.
And we'll say Torn can do that in the meantime.
How many heals do I get again?
That I don't know.
So getting spirit.
I thought it was 4.
I think it's your modifier. 1 plus your modifier, so I think you get 6. Because I remember bites always could only do 2. Because I think he had a +1 as a modifier.
I just don't know what healing you would actually get.
1 plus your spellcasting modifier, so.
So yeah, you
6.
get 6. So you get 66.
If I cast level 3, is it 2d6? Each
Hey, stop barking.
So that's 12d6. When you cast the spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the healing increases 1d6 for each slot level above 2nd.
So is it a level 3 though?
It's level 2.
It's level 2, so 3, so then yeah, it'd be 2.
I'm casting level 3. Sorry. Thanks, Torn.
Must be nice having a healer at your
What's
disposal.
your spell kit?
Choose yourself.
Little 5 spell, please.
I thought about it. If I can get it at 6.
No, don't like that.
But as you are all
Oh yeah, sorry. You can.
coming around to the left, let's make perception checks for Bradley. Someone can roll for Brecken and someone and Doris.
You want me to control Brecken since you have.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
What's his name?
Nat 20.
Brecken got a 19.
No dark vision though, right?
No.
Disadvantage. Disadvantage.
22.
Disadvantage.
19.
Actually, what was
Well,
yours?
actually, no, dirty
16.
20. Dirty 20.
30-20 for you.
20 to 19. Ooh, 9.
9. So unfortunately, Brecken leading the way, you notice that he kind of just stops. He kind of can't really see, and just by his body language, you can tell. But Bradley, there's something within this space that you feel that thrum in your heart and that beat more vibrant Before it's been that dull sort of like beat of a heart, and now it feels normal, but it seems like it's pounding out of your chest. And you feel as if you should have a hard time seeing in this place. But whatever light that is cast from your crown of stars doesn't affect Darius. But for you two that have crown of stars, it seems like your vision should be normal as the light emits. But for you, it still seems magically dark in here. But for whatever reason, even with you, whatever your crown of stars light reflects off these walls, you seem to have an enhanced sight as if you have dark vision. And you see past in the distance nothing but that sort of weird clawing against stone ground. And the cackling a little bit more off in the distance from what it had been.
So it looks like sounds like it's getting farther away.
The cackling, yes, but not the clawing. The clawing seems a little bit closer. And Darius, with you, it's not so much sight, but you hear how close something is. And you hear the claw marks just ever so closer every few seconds.
I think something's getting closer to us.
I tend to agree.
Do you guys hear up there?
Something getting closer to us. I don't see
Falling
it
against
though.
the ground.
Can't see anything.
I'll try casting light.
Okay, you can cast that.
I'll just cast light on my sword.
So you cast light on your sword, and your vision seems to open up. And you feel like you can see through this chamber like normal.
Do I feel like any
I
movement?
just cast the light and see if I can see.
From this now bright light on Sylvan's sword, for you, that sort of grayscale dark vision that happens with this light kind of protruding from behind you, you actually see a shadow cascading this way of a creature at about your mid-section height.
I saw something's about 20 feet or so ahead of us.
It's probably not very friendly, is it?
It didn't seem like it was huge or anything. But I doubt it would be friendly in a place like this.
Can I make an Arcana check? Is it like magical all around me right now?
Jeez.
Okay.
10.
10. Besides the presence of your companions that are magical, there is something else near you that seems to be shrouding magic. But it's not, it's like all around you, but it's not like the place is magical.
Oh, should we just keep moving?
The door's ahead.
Doris, come on.
I'll speak up.
And so, Garrus, you kind of move in front of the Brecken.
Sorry, Wonky.
Brecken that seems to be not necessarily stunned in place, but kind of like on edge, waiting to see something to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And in the meantime, he just takes a little nip in nerves.
I will. I guess I'll move up a couple more feet.
And at this point, you kind of reach here, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Brecken just decides to creep with you, just feeling that safeness of you in front of him. And he kind of knocks his bow ready for something. And with your 19, or dirty 20, right?
Yeah.
Before,
Mm-hmm.
you hear as if a creature is singing. And that's in a sort of like deep, guttural, but pretty elegant at the same time. It's like a howling type, gurgling singing that you've never heard before. And you're like, "Ooh."
Can I hear, like, based off of where I'm at, does it sound like it's close? Does it sound like it's traveling a bit?
It seems like if someone were to sing into a tunnel. And it seems to like kind of catch you off guard, and it seems like it's to your right. And with that, Well, a 14 doesn't hit.
No.
But out of the shadows of this alcove, out comes something at the speed of light. Comes to try to bite at you. And misses as you kind of bring your sword or your pike out in front, and it bites onto your pike, and you shove it off, and you see this thick neck, sort of dog-like creature that seems to, as it barks and gnarls, this sort of singing, howling comes out at you. And at that point, let's roll initiative.
Initiative.
And with that, we need some. Oh,
Nice.
let's go.
Woodcock. Not bad for either one.
Initiative, baby. Let's go.
Battle music! Battle!
What's he got for initiative plus?
Dude.
This guy's a dumbass. He's got his initiative is +2 and he's got a 5 dex.
Did you hear that one, Brecken?
25 to 20.
24 for Elcor.
23 for Das.
I was gonna say Brecken should have been at the top way more than what he actually.
Yeah.
Well, because he's got +2. He's not even using what he's good at.
I know.
20 to 15.
19.
Brecken got an 18.
What is your dex?
He was only
I got 19.
+2 initiative.
Yeah, what is your
but his
dex?
dex is a +5.
Like plus
Yeah.
what?
I mean, it doesn't make that big
No.
difference, but
Well,
I'm sure it could have saved
He's
him.
always at the
I
end.
know.
With one.
I think we should sell that sword. Just get Sylvan's name off that board. I've got sick of looking at it.
I agree. It's permanent.
It's been like 2 years permamarked in there.
It's
Sure.
sure. It
Yeah,
has
I
been
know
about
for
2
a long
years that way.
Did we roll for Torin?
Oh. Easy. Last 9.
Okay. Which I think. What did you roll? 2. Oh, shit. Whoops. Just got let off. So then it would be. Sorry, it'd be yours. Okay. That brings us to the top. Sylvan.
Silver and gold.
Sylvanus and Horius.
Silver and gold. Silver and gold.
You know what? I'll cast.
Oh, see Sylvan. Strum as Luke. I'll go right in that corner as he hurtles around out
I'm
there.
gonna cast Fairy Fire, like right here. Can you get it on the dodge? Yeah.
And from his strings, you see this area illuminate with
What does he have to roll?
this purple light.
It's right up here. Dexterity saving throw.
That
Fails.
glows around this wolf-like unit.
Cool, Key, cool!
He has all advantage.
And now this silhouette-looking demon creature is illuminating in front of you. Is that it for Sylvan?
Does it? Or no. I will.
Dars, destroy this beast with all your might and all your glory.
You can have. Is it 10? 38.
Awesome.
And that's my turn.
All right, Elcor, you are up after you see Sylvan eliminate this creature.
I will use my bonus action to go into my blade song, and then I'm gonna move up to the spot right here.
And you guys see Elcor twisting and weaving in an elegant way,
And
maneuvering towards this creature.
then, as one of my attacks, I'm gonna cast a cantrip, Booming Blade.
All right.
But I make a melee attack at him still. Is a 21 gonna hit?
Yep. Slashing at the foe. Elcor connects.
He connects and he's pumped.
Dealing heavy damage.
Woo! That's base damage. 23 points of damage on the first attack.
All
Alrighty.
And then I will just make a normal attack as my second attack.
As Elko gets ready to drive the blade into this creature again.
It's right underneath you. You're,
Oh, I was really looking for him. I was like, I couldn't see these fuckers. And I'm gonna miss. Wow. A 1 and a 4.
And he butchers it on the next one.
And that will be my turn.
And that is Velcor's turn.
when you go to swipe for that second attack, it's you strike it once and you gouge out at its shoulder, and it kind of turns its head towards you, and this deep howling, stinging kind of actually echoes off your song blade, and it kind of rings in your ears in a way that you haven't heard before, sort of catches you off guard, and you try to swipe again, and it's just wide. Doris.
Yeah, we're gonna take 2 attacks at this guy. 24. I'll just do all 3 of my attacks. Hit. Let's see if I get that 20, which I did not. 22. The third one. 20.
All hit.
Get destroyed.
And you all see Doris drive his pike deep into the creature's gut.
Deadly goop.
11.
As this
And remember, tell me what type of damage too.
Magical piercing.
Mine was thunder and lightning damage.
thunder, lightning.
On the first one, how much do you know what was lightning?
It was only probably a D6, so probably like I rolled 3, so 3 points lightning.
Okay, so
The rest was thunder and then magical slashing.
The first one was a 15 points of damage. So it's going to be 10 points of damage. Third one is going to be 18 points of damage.
and what were all those?
15, 10, 19.
But
Oh, magical piercing. All magical
all
piercing.
piercing, nothing
Yeah.
else. Okay.
Yeah.
So 15, 19, and
10.
okay. And you dig deep into this howling beast, and with that, you hear a cascade of running up as more creatures from around the bend
Shit!
come in for attacks. It's like not that corner, so we'll just play it like that. Okay, so we'll go this way to that way. So on the first one, I need in a 60-foot cone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? No, actually, corn is just out of it. So in the 60-foot cone, I need you 4, so Elcor, Brecken, Bradley, and Sylvan, to make a wisdom save.
Ooh, boy. Got good wisdom. Come on!
6.
Not gonna save. 10.
17.
Passed. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
roll
Brecken,
Brecken.
sorry. I gotta roll Brecken. He fails. He got 4.
Okay. You 3 are deafened. Or no, sorry, if you were not deafened. You are all frightened and incapacitated. But you can also make a save every 3 rounds for this one specific ability. But that is that one's turn. Now is this one. This one is going to attack on. I'll make it even. He'll attack on Brecken using a multi-attack. He has pack tactics, so he will have advantage. And a 21 to hit on Brecken.
Yes, yes.
And a 17.
Okay.
Both hit?
Yep.
Okay.
Can't take action till it's
So we're incapacitated for 3 turns.
read that wrong. Can't recharge it for 3 turns.
Oh,
I-
That's a crazy move.
I'm like, oh my god, I don't have
I was
this.
gonna say, like,
I can say we're
Successfully
fucked.
saves is immune to the mind breaking hell above the next one. So sorry, yes, you are incapacitated until the next turn. Sorry, I read that wrong.
So we just missed one turn.
So you missed 1 turn. Yeah, my bad. I did not read that right. Good catch.
I was gonna say that would be crazy.
17 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, it's in my car. Yeah,
Right.
my keys should be. My keys are up there. Back.
Oh wait, nope. Take that back. I can't. I'm dyslexic tonight.
Oh,
D10,
no.
that's not D6s.
Those dice.
Sorry, I'm terrible.
What is he gonna do?
I'm
He's
reading
getting
this wrong.
Oh.
Oh shit. No, he does take 17, but he takes an additional 40 10.
Ooh.
24 more points of psychic damage.
So 17 and 24.
17 and
So
24.
41 total. Sorry, I just had to make sure it's hearing that right.
Yeah, sorry, I seriously can't fucking read. Doris, you're gonna get 2 attacks on you
Either.
at advantage
How much?
because
Attack
tactics 21
He didn't have this right.
to hit.
What was it?
21 to hit.
Yes. Smacks.
And this one's
Belt to ass.
16.
No.
Okay. So because you are incapacitated, you failed, right?
No,
You passed.
you didn't hit me. Not on the first guy.
Oh shoot, you're right. Okay, then never mind. You will take $11 points of piercing.
Okay.
Yep. And then let's go Elcor. That is a 24.
I will shield.
25.
Misses.
As Elcor's shield
King of AC over here.
reflects this howler's damage.
26.
27 is nice.
27. Jesus Christ.
Or shield, with shield.
That's a lot. But still.
All right,
Okay, that is their turn.
so Bradley, the lightning rod, you are up.
I will do a second level chromatic orb at this one right here.
That's a front.
Yep. Law magic's a 6.
Good.
You chilling?
Does 14 hit?
Misses.
Okay. So then I will shoot out one of my crown of stars.
Bonus action.
Yep.
Hell
So I
yeah.
roll a hit.
I
Yeah,
don't think
it's the hit.
It is to hit.
LP.
It's like chromatic
That's
orb.
if doesn't it burst so if it hits?
Oh, it does. I
It
think.
doesn't have like a 5 thing afterwards.
No, I think this
Or am I
is just
thinking
a
of a
hit.
different?
You're thinking of Melf Meteor.
You're thinking of meteors.
Uh,
Yeah, meteors.
This just is like 40-12 with a Mel.
yeah.
This is lucky.
Come on!
14 again.
Ah! As these stars crash down, missing this howler.
Is my fairy fire gone?
Oh, actually, you know what? You are incapacitated, are you not? Didn't you fail?
No, he passed.
You did.
Everyone
pass.
else failed. Me, Brecken, and Sylvan failed.
I got like a 17. So yeah, now get my turn.
All right.
I was
Brecken.
about to help you
We
out.
had 3 guys fail, but it wasn't him. I do remember that.
Actually, let's do this because that my brain has
He's not locked in there now.
functioning capacity.
Dear Pochep.
Out.
Dear Pochep.
Right.
Yep, correct.
So we tough.
Oh, nice. Good hands.
Good hands, feet.
Good hands, feet. Feet.
Brecken King though, so.
All right.
Does he have to like roll to get out of incapacitated or
No, it's just
just one
till
turn?
till your next turn.
Oh. Do your damage. I can't roll a shield. I'm incapacitated. So you hit me with one of those attacks, or 2 of those attacks. Sorry.
Well, what if? So I hit.
Because you rolled, I would have had 22, and one of them you missed, though, was 21. But then I think you had a 24 or 25.
Yeah.
So you hit on 2.
Well, I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Yeah, so those are the 2 that hit me.
Yeah, he would have had both hits.
Oh, yeah,
He only
correct,
took
sorry.
because it was at advantage. So he would have hit on both.
Yes,
of those.
correct.
So you will take. So it's 4d6.
Sorry, I didn't realize I forgot I was incapacitated. It's my fault.
$17 to start, but
Okay.
since you are incapacitated and frightened, you also take 4d10.
Okay, I go down.
And then 12 more points of psychic damage.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't roll 2.
And you guys see crawling down the sides of this mountainous cave wall a creature that looks like this.
Oh my goodness.
Is it making like that cackling sound? That
This
we
is
heard earlier?
not the one that is making a cackling sound, no.
And
You
the one
realize
crawls
that
and jumps right
The
there.
howlers were not the ones making the scratching sound.
You see, you hear from the cave walls that
A lot of these guys.
pops out
Holy
right
crap,
behind you.
nobody's cooked.
And with that, this one will move to Sylvan. This one's going to turn around and go towards you, Elcor. This one's going to go towards Bradley. Bradley.
So since Brecken had his turn, he's not incapacitated anymore, correct?
It's to the next turn.
It was his turn before these guys, though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's still Brecken's next turn.
Oh, gotcha.
And it doesn't really incapacitate, you just can't take actions or reactions.
Just- okay.
So it doesn't matter if he's incapacitated for hits, I don't think.
Will a 20 hit you, Bradley?
Yeah.
A 20 will smack you, huh?
What's next?
Gotcha.
If you need to.
All right.
It's not that bad.
But they're really not bad. But you take 9 slashing damage, and then you're gonna make a charisma save. 16 passes, and Bradley, you feel the claws dig into you and rip your flesh, and then you see both arms kind of come around you. But at that same moment, you kind of duck, and a monster kind of stumbles over you and gathers himself back up again.
Start flailing my arms.
Sylvan,
You're in mosh pit.
Sylvan, he is going to
That's a funny like,
attack you. A 19.
Yep. Swing. Not a rave, but just like,
Mhm.
and you should be like,
All right, you take 9 slashing as well. And one thing you notice about this guy is he teleports over there and moves a duplicate of himself right there. And then Sylvan, you're also going to make a charisma saving throw for me, which honestly it's automatic.
13, 14.
Passes. Similar to
Oh shit! No, like 15. Sorry. Yeah, 15.
similar to
Or more than that even.
Similar to Bradley, you see these two arms come over top of you, and again, you're able to duck, and they kind of stumbles over you, and he rears back. And when you look back, the original creature is gone, and a hazy, shadowy figure now sits in front of you. Elcor, this last one is going to attack you.
I'm cooked.
It's nat 20.
I'm cooked.
You take 14 points of slashing.
Not too bad, not too bad.
And then, same thing. Charisma saving
Charisma, come on! I'm good. I got a natural 18.
Yep, same thing. Tries to grapple you, doesn't work, and he leaves a shadowy figure right next to
I
you.
got -1 in
you
charisma.
have resistance to piercing damage, or is that just your shield's ability?
To what?
You know how you can take piercing damage and stuff away? Is that an ability, or is that just your shield?
That's Heavy Armor Master.
Okay.
All right, that is these
Because that is
babos.
Torin,
if it's like
Baboos.
mask your wounds in the air.
if it's a resistance, then you don't get it. But
Okay, I'm gonna go right there.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go into my
Star form.
chalice form. Or he's gonna go into his chalice form. And then I will use mass cure wounds.
And you guys see Torin move to the
No way,
center.
these fucking dogs got
Nice
cut
dog.
off.
Move to the center of the
Does
room.
my
and he
ability
starts
to
illuminating.
Frighten work on them with that move that they used on them.
Yes.
Damn. Good roll.
18, yeah. 2 8s. So 18. So 23.
So everyone gets 23.
Everybody gets 23.
Nice.
Nice.
And then you get the extra 2d8, right?
You are immune to the howling thing.
What do I get?
24 hours.
Or I get to then use my bonus
And
action, right?
it doesn't affect you.
Or what's Shadow's Form do again?
I think you get to heal 2d8 every time you cast a healing spell.
To somebody else?
To whoever you choose within 30 feet, I think.
Yeah, because there's always a
I'll
smaller
heal
heal
someone.
that
I
rolls
mean, that's
by.
the only good choice
Yeah.
at the moment.
He goes, I'll heal soon.
I'll tell you in a second. I think it,
2d8 plus anything?
yeah, it's a bonus action.
I think it's just 2d8.
2d8. Yeah, 5.
2d8 plus modifier. So
So I got 10.
Yep.
Get that.
Okay.
All right.
That's my turn.
You guys
So,
see Torin give some heals around everyone in this cave and back up to the top. Sylvan.
Okay.
Skip.
Once I go off. Oh, yeah, I'm not. Here you go.
And you are incapacitated.
But now
Skip. No.
Darth! You can take
I'm
him
back
away,
now,
too.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you guys are
We're
good.
both back.
You guys are both back.
Are we still feared? Or done
Yes.
feared?
The frightened is still frightened, but
Gotcha.
incapacitated ends.
Okay, I'm just gonna double check that this is what I want to do, which I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, I gotta find. Okay, we're gonna use Bellow of Fear, and so everybody within 60-foot radius of me has to make a wisdom save.
Everybody?
Not enemies, not just non.
Well, what does that say?
It says all enemy creatures within 60-foot radius of me are
All right.
frightened if they fail.
Everyone's gonna be frightened.
Does.
Fail, one fails. And does a 13 pass?
No.
Fails. What about a 16?
Yes. God damn it.
And all of my
Aldrich failed.
all are immune to frightened.
Fuck.
Remember,
But you did get 2 of mine.
Okay. So all it says, so each hostile creature within 60 feet must succeed in a wisdom saving throw, yada 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 yada. Be frightened for 1 minute at the end of each of their turns. The frightened creature may take may perform another wisdom saving throw, expending their action, ending the effect on a successful roll. And I can do that as many times as my charisma modifier, which is 3.
Give me somebody can experience.
Okay,
All right.
that's your turn.
So that'll be.
As you guys hear Dara shout, and it echoes through the cave. And you see these creatures that just
That's
cave
only going for the
walls.
fucking dogs. God damn it.
They kind of cowered back to the cave walls. Howlers, you are up.
All right. Whoops. Okay. 24 to hit on Brecken,
Yeah, sorry.
and that's gonna miss. 1 second. 10 points of damage, piercing.
I can slide my stuff over if you want.
And because
You're good,
he's
I got room.
still frightened, he still takes that.
What languages do you speak, Bradley?
Common, celestial.
Elcor, it's the start of their turn. You can make a save against frightened.
With what save?
That is a wisdom.
Oh, she was a 9. 13.
Fail, you're still frightened. And Brecken takes another 13. Doris.
Yup.
But that's one dog. The other on this side is going to use its mind-breaking howl because he hasn't used it yet. So Elcor, Brecken again, Doris, and Sylvan and Torin all have to make a wisdom save. This can still affect you because there's an incapacitated feature to it as well, so you still have to roll.
Thank God. Elcor passes and Brecken passes.
It was a wisdom you said?
19 and a 23.
Passes.
Wisdom?
Wisdom.
16.
Makes a big difference. So you are still.
Torin have to?
You succeed on frightened because you don't have to. You are not incapacitated, but your speed is still halved.
Okay.
You're not a fail.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Does Torin have
Yes.
to?
And you do as well.
Me, dude.
They will fail.
You fail again, Sylvan?
So we got pass. So he is no longer as well. That effect drops.
Kill these son of bitches.
But
I would have attacked. I thought
Doris, you passed. Sylvan and Torin.
I could push him out. Give him some breathing. Probably could have assumed that things using frightening moves couldn't be frightened.
So then, sorry, on Elcor, 18.
Misses.
Oh. Misses. All right, that is their go.
And Bradley, you are up as you see your friends continue to stand still.
So this one's still here.
Yeah, yep, that was there.
I'm going to step back. I'll take the opportunity attack.
Okay.
There's one.
Yep. Oh yeah, look at that. Maybe 23.
Yep.
You take 5 points of slashing.
And then I will do another second level dramatic orb with twin spell.
Okay.
So I now hit these two.
Okay. Yep.
And I'll do 14.
That was the number.
God damn it.
Damn it!
God damn it, Robin.
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
I mean, at least it's now before I'm sure the boss fight coming up.
Could be power would kill.
You cast magic missile.
Oh, okay. Not terrible.
So whatever the lowest of magic missile is. So level 1 magic missile, but you do twin spell it.
Okay.
So you can level 1 twin spell both of those creatures.
Nice.
So you can direct however many missiles you want at each creature.
Cool. So it's 3 glowing darts, magic force, and then. Oh, so I don't even have a roll to hit.
Nope.
Just
3 damage.
So I'll just do
1d4 plus 1.
3 and 3.
Okay.
So we'll do 3 first in this one.
Yeah, this guy's. And one thing you see about when this guy dies is acid splashes everywhere around him.
3. 2. 5. Toots.
8 damage?
Yep.
Alrighty. Is that it for Bradley?
And then I will expand one of my comp stars.
Okay.
I'll do it on this one back here.
on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys see Bradley fire missiles from his orb and then cast a star down over the dog.
21.
Hits.
12. Too bad. 10 damage.
Yikes.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely
really
terrible.
terrible.
Is that it for Bradley?
Yeah.
The Legend Lord. Brecken is now up.
He is
He's good to go.
good to go. And you are now immune to that frightened ability. You can still be incapacitated from one of those. Because you
Gotcha.
cannot be frightened anymore. And then same with Brecken.
Oh, and same for you, Quinn. On my
Same with
ability,
Elkhorn,
it's
I
the
mean.
same thing. After you
Elkhorn
pass it,
Brecken.
you can't.
Right,
you
okay,
can't-
yeah,
yeah, got it.
He's just going to. He'll do. Those guys are right on him, right?
This guy is
The one is.
this guy. I think he is.
No, he still is because he's still within technically 5.
He's just gonna do a couple melee attacks. At that guy right in front of him. He'll do this.
The one that Bradley just hit.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll just do 2 attacks on that guy. 16 and then 26.
16.
Does he still have the skirmisher bow up?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep, 16 just hits.
So he hits both.
Yes.
And you guys see Brecken swing his bow around with his blade side, connecting with the creature twice.
Nice.
Slashing.
He had 26 points between
26
both of
of
them.
slashing.
Yeah.
Is this a magical bow?
Yes.
Okay. No magical, because that's part of his bow, right?
Yep. It's like a blade on the edge.
Is that
You know where his other items are? Yeah, that's it.
I have no idea where he put them.
Toots!
That's his turn.
All right.
That one was.
You know where his other items are, Brad? Bradley?
It is these guys' turn.
Oh, wow.
Frozen. Okay, well, I'm going to lose.
This dude's got 2 initiative from this too, so he has +7 initiative.
So with that, this guy's going to turn around and attack you, Torn, and this guy's going to run back and attack you, Bradley. But these two are at disadvantage. That guy passed the frightened. So,
At disadvantage, why?
they're frightened.
But it's frightened towards that creature, though, right?
It says disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls when in line of sight of source.
Oh.
So since Doris is the source, they're in line of sight of him. Like if this guy was frightened, since Doris wouldn't be in line of sight of him, he could attack this guy kind of freely. But so the first one misses on Torin. Bradley, this is on you. It is hitting.
He's got a lot of magical items, and they're all like.
Huh? It doesn't always play that wrong. I always thought it was because he's attacking a different person. I always thought that he attacked me.
Yeah.
But that's right.
Line of sight basically you can see it.
It does an 18 hit.
Yep.
All right.
No, you can turn your back to it, and then you get normal attacks.
A 10 slashing damage.
Well, if you're fighting somebody else.
And then he teleports
Fuck that guy.
over to here. Moving back to Shadowy Minion, and another attack is going to be made at you. Fuck, misses. But with that, he is going to command his shadowy person to attack you. And that will hit a 22. He does not have disadvantage. That'll be 6 points of slashing. And after that, you see these two bubble up right here, and Sylvan and Torin, you guys need to make. Let me just double check. There's no save here. Oh, you guys take 1d8 acid damage.
That's gonna help you finally.
I don't take full.
Sylvan, you take 2 acids.
One!
The first time this fucking campaign, an acid dragon's paid off.
First time.
Torin takes 7 acid damage.
Wait, isn't it poison?
It's
Is
acid.
it green?
Yeah, it is.
I thought you were acid.
No,
it's
I'm
green
poison.
anymore, so it's poison.
Why did I think acid?
We always think he's acid.
Oh, that's why. He's
Poison.
black.
And then this one bubbles up and blows up
Poison's
again.
never
And
happened.
Elcor, this is your damage.
I'm gonna dodge it.
6 acid. Reckons acid. 2 acid.
6 acid a lot.
And then this one's going to come up here. It's going to attack you 2 more times. Bradley. Does a 17.
Yep.
Alright, so that's 1 that hits you. The other one misses. Alright, but 1 will hit. He takes 5 points of slashing, and he teleports.
That was another Sigmund's javelins situation.
And another one lands right there. And for a bonus action, he's going to command his minions to attack you. Shit.
What's going on back there?
14 hit.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh,
Well, Gracious, we might need you.
5 slashing damage.
we do need her.
Alright, and that is these guys' turn, leading up to Torin.
Please, it's up to alcohol.
You're-
And you see something.
and you see Scully.
It's gonna happen again.
And Alcor, you are up.
I will steal Wind Strike.
Alright.
I'll go the 4 dogs, and then this guy. Closest.
4 dogs and this guy?
Yep.
Alright.
I wouldn't have passed, but he's only been adding +7 to his wisdom save. Should be +10. Because it's proficient.
So I'll just do going on the clock. Top dog.
Alright, top dog.
Smacks.
Now you guys see
26.
Elcor
26 again. Smacks.
turn into a whirlwind.
16.
So that's
Third dog.
1, 2, 3 hits.
Smacks. Ooh, 14. Oh, I gotta. Is he still fairy fire or no?
No, this one was when I was fairy fighter.
Oh, okay. So I missed
Well,
14.
I was incapacitated, so.
And then last guy.
My
Nice, 21.
Smacks.
Okay, I got 4 of them.
And you guys see Elcor take off, spinning around these creatures in a
So we'll just do this dog first.
Yep.
Or no, you missed that one. Sorry.
in a clockwise manner.
No, I was going from my way, so
I know, but I'm gonna just do
Okay,
damage
yeah.
because then I know which one's getting hit.
You know one more D10 for me
Better
here?
for me.
What do you need?
I just need one. First guy, 4, 11. Woo!
I guess it doesn't matter. We can-
34 points of damage on that one.
As he whirls to the next dog he connects with.
Ooh, that's bad. Oh, 10 saved me though. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. 19, 21.
You're good.
32.
One howler down.
32 in the next one.
As he kills a howler and whirls to the next one.
29 on that one. And then this is Quinn's guy.
Yep.
36 on him.
Oh, not bad.
I rolled pretty average.
I'll take average all day in this game of dice.
All right. Is that your turn?
And then I will use my. Actually, I can choose where I land within 5 feet of someone, right? Is that a hit?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go right here with this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will use a attack roll on that guy with my crown stars
All right.
in my bonus action.
And you command down the star.
Range spell would be 19.
Smacks! As the star gets hurled from Elcor's command down upon this creature, demon being thing.
23.3 damage.
And from that, the star crashes and totally eviscerates this creature. And just turns into dust on the battlefield.
Go. That guy's dead.
And he is dead.
Big move.
Well,
big
well
move.
done, Elcor.
Dodge.
Dust!
Turning around and going after the dog right next to him. He does not verify, correct?
No, I didn't do anyone.
Okay. That'll be a 24.
Hits.
Third attack is going to be a dirty 20.
What was your first attack?
Huh?
What was your first attack?
24.
You just said your third attack.
Oh, no, I was saying I was just going to do my third attack all the way through. So I did it was 24 dirty 20 and then this third one.
7 modes. That's kind of crazy.
17?
I guess it's level 7 spell.
Hits.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just going all 3 on the same guy.
I gotta write a 6 down somewhere so I don't forget how many I have.
12, 16. Ooh, there we go. 8, 12, 16 again.
That guy had full life before that round, Elcor.
11.
Your guy?
take a big chunk out of this howler.
It's still in and
And as the howler's
star.
turn, this creature is going to shift around to here. And gonna make 2 taps on Bracken to start. Both are 16s, so that will be
double smack.
22. And then the second attack on him is a 18.
Double smack.
Okay.
Double smack that.
19 points of piercing damage. Then we're gonna go Doris.
Yep.
Not 20. And a 21.
Fuck. Yeah.
Or wait. No, dirty 20. Misses. Okay.
Smack.
Are you having fun over there?
13 points of piercing.
Well, I'll get to go now. Go now.
Yeah, so then you can make a save of incapacitated.
Oh.
Sorry, turn, I forgot. Same with Torn.
12.
Yeah. Torn can save as well.
He's got it. 21.
Okay. But last attacks on Elcor. Dirty 20
Misses.
and 21.
Misses.
That's their turn.
All right, Bradley, you were up.
It'd be nice to keep AC.
And you can see the battlefield start leveling in Soti Malkai's.
How you kill these now by weapon attacks, by spell attacks. Instant hits or magic missile. You deal the magic missile
Bonus
needed after
action.
you use
Yeah,
it.
well, Disney step, does it?
No, I don't think he does.
It's in
I've
Misty
never
Step.
seen it.
Yeah.
I have
No,
no
I would say, yeah.
got a
Can't roll a
He
20.
doesn't have call language
fixed all
though.
magic.
Knowing him, he probably does have it. He just doesn't use it.
Oh, he's over there. She's got a bolt.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know. Keep the slots for the
I will
healing.
use a chromatic orb on this one.
Wesley!
Yeah, farthest that way.
Got it.
All magic's a 2.
Passes.
Fine.
And the hit is a 17.
Smacks.
Wait, well, I'll mention again.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, my bad. We got Misty Step.
And what element?
I'll do fire.
All right.
Fire another right capacity.
Your brain doesn't.
It's just like I hear what he says and I just go
13.
And you see
It's like a brain fog. You ever feel that? Like brain fog?
this damage seeps into this theme.
Then my brain
You see it start to kind of illuminate its body, but it still kind of like rears back like it was hurt a little bit. So. All right. Is that it for Bradley?
Yep.
Brecken, you're up.
Breck. He saved the last time.
Yeah, Brecken's good. Me and Brecken, Elcor and Brecken are both good. He's gonna try a different spell or something else. He's going to use.
Can he just switch into his forms whenever he wants?
I thought it was.
I think it's a
This
bonus
next.
action that he has to use to switch
And
forms.
it's just like his druid.
Oh yeah, it's his. Does it take his wild shapes?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it does.
But not. I think if you're already in form, you change. It doesn't
I don't really know.
They just added that one. Baldur's Gate 2.
Yeah, I did. I
take.
saw
I'm fine
that.
one.
Oh really?
He's going to use
They're adding a Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
BG.
10 feet of a point. He's going to volley arrows on himself. And then he's gonna volley this guy, and this guy.
I'm gonna
So
play
he's
that
just
one
gonna make
before you
attacks.
guys.
No.
campaign. So I know
everything what's
so I know
happening.
I'm
It's gonna be so ass.
So we'll go closest to you to hit first.
Okay.
First one cocked. Crit fail. Missed first one. Second one. He's got good to hit. 21.
Hits.
Third one is 21 again.
Smacks.
God, I fucking love that spell. His nail of face.
19 points of lightning damage.
And I
It's a
think
good spell.
This is your second one, right? So that one.
Yep.
Good spell.
And then the last guy. Woo! I was gonna use Piercer, but I got max damage. 22 points of damage. Or 21 points of damage, sorry.
Frick is going off.
Brecken is going dummy tonight.
Okay. That is Brecken's.
Yep.
As you see him rain down arrows.
Zabow.
Babu.
These guys.
Babu.
Baboon.
Babu.
They are going to attack Torin.
There's a bunch of baboons in here.
Torin.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty hard playing two characters in this combat.
Oh, I can imagine.
Especially when they're high level, there's so many things that
That's going to smack Torin for 5
One thing to use a
slashing.
barbarian or a fighter, and it's pretty straightforward.
True.
He's missing a lot of stuff.
Where the
He's
fuck is
another-
that? Oh my god, Bradley, where the fuck over there?
Bradley's running.
And Torin, make a charisma save for me. Damn it. You're fine. And then he teleports right here. Right there. And then this guy is going to. Sylvan, he's going to attack you twice. Actually, the first one misses. Fuck, yeah, just attack him. Fuck. Second one misses too. So,
Nice.
This is supposed to be better.
He's the king of going, fuck, when he gets to that roll.
Alright, and then these two blow up. This guy takes damage.
Oh, nice.
And
You just change it.
Torin. Torin, you take 2 points of acid damage.
How much?
Two.
Ah, nice. It's just that's why I had that much temp HP.
And that is their turn. Leading to Torin.
Torn gets to go. I'm gonna attack this guy right here. This guy with a guiding bolt.
Yep.
And then, oh, sorry, I forgot to say, I'm gonna change my form into the archer. So it just says, yeah, my twinkling cancellation.
Yeah.
Should be a 22.
Smacks.
Spell attack. He hasn't updated that yet. So is it for how many d8?
4.
Guiding bolt.
For what spell? Or what level?
Is
Just normal. He gets like 3 casts.
Oh,
no, isn't it just 2d8?
I thought it was
The 2d8.
Let me double check.
Anytime
Oh,
was
2d10.
saying that,
So 2d8.
Range hit, it's 46.
40.
Or guiding bolt.
Got it.
Yeah, 46, sorry. I thought you were asking about your archer.
That's 2d8.
Yeah, that's 2d8. The archer is 2d8. He always rolls like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So 13 points.
Alright.
13 points of damage, and then whoever attacks him next will advantage.
Which could be you.
And then I will use archer, which gives me advantage.
And as you see these
20.
beams of light smacking this creature, he rears back a little.
27.
I'm gonna move the shield.
Smack.
Got a fucking dissertation.
Reminder. Does anybody have anything against fiends?
10.
I do,
do.
but I'm not attacked. I'm assuming the dogs aren't considered fiends.
No, I know. My guy died.
That doesn't reckon.
No, he is not dead. He can track fiends, but he has plus to hit.
He doesn't
on that.
worry.
Are
10
the
more damage with that.
are your
Right.
howlers considered fiends?
Then that is his turn.
It's not super significant. I just get +3 to hit.
Sorry, I
You already hit anyway.
You already hit.
Or no, I mean +3 not to hit to damage. Add 3 my damage.
Well, it might be both. It might be 2 attacking and damage. I would double check that.
I wrote down +3 damage.
Okay, then it's just damage.
Yeah.
Brecken doesn't.
No, Bracken hasn't dead. He can track fiends, but he doesn't have bonus damage to fiends.
Sylvan, this leads you back.
I can't go.
Oh, you're
But
You can probably make a save.
I can.
because it's now past their last turn. So when the effect happens, you're incapacitated until their next turn. Then you can make a save. But if it's your turn again, you can make a save after your turn. You don't have to wait to get to theirs.
Right.
So it's at the beginning of your turn.
I passed that one, 17.
Yes. So that's the beginning of your turn.
Oh, so I get to go.
Yeah. It's just that one time after. It's till their
Oh, I
next turn
see,
you
I
make
see.
it again.
Right, and
after
then
that,
your
when
turn.
it's your turn. It's the beginning of your turn. You get in there.
Okay. Which one of those dumbasses have used that move?
All of actually the ones that are on the table.
They've used it?
Yeah, it was the main one. Well, no, this one hasn't. This one did, but this one hasn't. But he didn't use it because he's facing the swing.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna flip them off and I'm gonna cast
Psychic Lance.
Psychic Lance.
The flip middle finger always comes out with Psychic Lance, so I knew that.
He does this.
You always say that when you want to do Psychic Lance, you flip them off.
Suck. It's actually just
Sorry.
like a psychic middle finger. That
So make an intelligence saving throw.
A psychic.
Well, I'll probably be
Yeah.
immune, but that's okay.
Natural 18 minus 3.
Ooh,
It is
fail.
15.
Fail.
This
That's
creature's
one of the-
dumb as hell.
One on the red.
What's their intelligence?
5.
Does Psychic Lance have something about?
I think it's 4 below or something.
Oh, 4.
Is it
I knew
4 or
it
2?
was caught up.
I think it's a different spell. I think that's
Oh, Thematic.
Thematic.
Yeah.
Static.
You're right, he did do that one time to someone.
It was Boris the Battle Boar.
26 points of
26 points of damage, nice damage. It is still standing, but it is very hurt.
Is it incapacitated or is it immune?
No, it's incapacitated.
Yes.
Yes!
And then I will use my bonus action.
Benny, I've been watching you miss with all those little sorry things. Hit this time.
Thank you, I need help. I'll give you a 6 star.
Right in the tray.
All right, Elcor.
Elcor, you are up.
Is this guy occupying all these spaces here? So like, would these two
just
guys
the two.
consider?
It's
So
just these
he's
two
not at
spots.
5 feet of that guy then.
No, he's not.
Okay. I will just use my first attack. I will Booming Blade him again. Get some extra damage in there. Nice. It's gonna smack 25.
Yes, on my
Yep.
dogs. Yeah.
We're supposed to run
Plus 2d8. He's gonna take 19 points of damage in the first attack. Nice. Yeah, I'll move up to this guy then.
Yeah, and use booming blade, right?
Yep.
So and as you take that booming blade, you smack down with your wand blade. I'm assuming, and as you smack down into it, you see this big part of its rib cage just open up, and as the boom, you see as it goes to screech out, and all you hear is the boom of this sort of like bark at the last moment, but it's that booming like howl that goes through the chamber.
Here we go. And then I will attack that guy with my second attack.
Yep.
Roll a hit.
24.
Smacks.
3. Only 9 points of damage on him.
All right.
And then I will use my bonus action just to take one more swing with my dagger with my offhand.
All right. Yep.
16.
Hits.
Just,
And as you swing with your offhand
5 points of damage.
dagger, you see this creature bloodied, limbs just hanging on for dear life as you just slashed his arm, his shoulders dangling on. Dars, you are up.
Darius is going to turn around and go for the other dog that's right next to him.
All right.
Do 3 chops at him. Stabs, I guess, technically. That's going to be a 16.
Because he's out of pack tactics, that hits.
Oh, God. Okay.
This is the pack leader.
So that'll be a
That'd
22.
be,
Hits.
And that one will be also a 24. 7, 10, 12, 16.
You just had some things wrong.
8, 10,
You just didn't have
13,
You got an extra.
17.
Okay, with that,
You drive the pike into this creature.
you have movement.
Yeah.
You want to use that last and re-attack on something else, I'll give it to you.
Well, it's my phantom.
Oh, okay, so it has to
Oh
be
yeah.
one.
So when you land an attack, you can choose one additional enemy to attack within 30 feet of the attacked enemy. So I'll just go for that guy. I'll have my spectral
Okay.
guy go for that guy,
All right.
and
And you
then
see this ghostly image with the pike. Make an attack.
there we go. Okay, 10.
Well, you gotta roll it first.
It's my spectral one that I
Oh,
rolled
wow.
a 23.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So 12, 15.
All right.
I figure at that point, if it's a spectral, you can kill that. And just
Gotcha.
That'll be it. And well, actually no. I'm gonna move. Oh, get back here. There we go. Sit back here by this boy.
And will that be it for you, Doris?
That is it.
The howlers are dead. Bradley, you are up. As you hear screeches of what seem to be dying wolf-like creatures echo from the cave.
I will
They're getting shit on.
move up there, and I will just do a first level chromatic orb. Do I have line of sight in this one here?
I'd say probably not.
No, but you can hit that small.
Yeah, so I was down. Alright. 22.
Smack.
Wild magic, no. Right?
You're right. Yep. 16.
Good.
And he is dead. And your orb explodes with acid, and these two are going to take damage. Which actually, this guy dies. As he gets
Oh, nice.
How
How much should I take?
Torn, you will take. Got 2! It's automatic 2.
Wow.
And is that it for you, Brad?
Yeah, I'll save my second stars for later.
Alright.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Brecken, you are up as you see one of these fiends explode.
Heal this
in front of
stuff.
you.
Over here, just get some sight on him.
Mhm.
Take 2 attacks. First one, 24.
Smacks.
Second one, 14.
So it misses.
Um,
Smacks the wall behind.
5d8.
Actually, since you missed, you get Sylvan.
Nice.
16 points of lightning damage.
16.
So does plot armor. So does that.
He actually does.
This is fire.
I can't remember what episode that was where you were like, it's between you and somebody else.
What was us three? It's even died. It came down.
No, but it was also Rowan and Sylvan, because remember that's what he used the Revivify on. You rolled it
Oh, yeah, you're right.
to revive Sylvan.
I mean, I got down every
I've actually never seen a character escape death so many times in my
I got
life.
captive.
Hey, don't say that too quick.
Yeah.
but
I still have a lot of life left.
is that it for Brecken?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, these guys turn on Sylvan. He's going to attack you twice.
Oh, here he goes. Plot armor's wearing off.
Plot armor. Misses. And the last one, make a charisma save.
Me?
Calls Van Jones.
Oh,
no.
this is where I'm good.
I know.
I did terrible. 13.
Damn it! Meets it, beats it.
I have +10. Let's see what you want to get at it.
Well, this guy's an ass. So his little guy blows up. So Torin, let's get above a 7 chat or a 2. 3! Hey! 3 acid, and then Sylvan. Oh my god. Things are ass. Alright, just kill it. It's got fucking 8 life.
Torin, guiding bolt his ass.
Torin, you are
Run! I'm going to go over to him.
Or no, use all his
I'm going
Primal Savagery.
Yeah, he loves
Sure,
primal
I'll
savagery.
I'll walk over to him.
Yep.
I think that'll be, I think 17.
Smacks.
Is it 2d10?
3d10.
3d10.
It's actually not bad. Just gotta get above an 8.
Yeah, got it.
Alright, you just see Torin
10.
these claws emit from his hands, and he goes over to this
21.
the fiend and tears it apart. Blood and flesh and guts are ripped apart everywhere on the cave wall, and that brings us to the end of combat.
Bradley, while you were over near the mist, I'm going to give you a perception check as you technically are somewhat in that area. Perception.
$24.
24. When you're in that area, you actually notice that there's this pulsating light that, if you notice that there's like those little pockets that seem to like dip down. And you see in a couple of them like these glowing, like very, very faint, because you just recognize it as you kind of like take a step away from it. Something catches your eyes, like a light seems to like sort of like pulsate in a couple of those spots all at the same time. Just give that to you.
Can you do like a Arcana check?
Yeah, you can. If you want to, I'll give you an Arcana check at disadvantage because you're not seeing the thing specifically of what might be creating this. And you're kind of stepping away. It's not quite intentional.
I rolled 2 18s.
Nice.
Natural 18s, so it'll be a 24.
24. As you step away, what catches you the most is this pulsating light, all in unison, seem to rapidly fade as you notice that the last creature dies.
And so now they're...
And it like pulses, right? And it catches your eye and you look, and it pulses a little bit, and then it pulses, and dims.
Okay. I'll rejoin the group. So this is some strange lights from that strange other area. It looks like they were pulsating down from the ground, but they kind of vanished after the last one fell.
And with your perception as well, off in the distance, you start hearing the cackling rapidly amp up as well at the same time. As you step away from those orbs, you hear out and heavy again.
There's that damn cackling again.
I can take a quick shot. Can we rest?
You guys can rest. I can
Just
watch.
keep a quick watch.
I can watch. I'm doing okay.
I just need 10 to 15 minutes.
I could bend myself up a little bit.
So I'll kind of meander back to like the entrance of the cave.
Yep, you got it. You can
Yeah.
pull yourself back here.
I'll put myself at that choke point.
Right here, you're saying? Right here. Or you mean here?
Yeah, right there. Yep.
I'm assuming Torn will kind of
Yeah, Torn will be back there.
come back.
Torn is
Brendan is actually going to stay here.
Okay.
Or do you want to go anywhere?
How long are we gonna rest for?
just the shortest amount of time.
How long does it take short rest?
I thought it was 30 minutes.
Very
Something
good.
very nice.
Yeah.
How long is it? Can I tune
Just trying to keep
something?
track of my crown of stars.
No,
Last an hour.
I can't remember. Is attunement?
I think you can too.
You can attune
I
a short
thought-
rest.
Yeah, I thought we said you could.
Yeah. Then yes, you can.
Is he attuning to the axe?
I want to.
You want to?
Yeah, I do. I didn't change it up. So I'm gonna attune. I'm gonna put my sword back in my bag. I'm gonna pull out.
And so, just so you're not attuned to the leader sword anymore. Right?
Nope. So I'll have to roll.
All right. All right.
Because
We're
I'm
racing.
assuming-
No way.
I'm assuming I can't be attuned to that, can I?
No.
I don't
You said
think
I
so.
can't be attuned to both those.
And for the first time since episode
Well,
17, Sylvan no longer gets guaranteed first draw in combat.
see how that changes things. Be a little different, but
Oh, and then also, if you want to see what this
Hey.
creature was that you just...
if you guys, is anybody resting?
That was.
You get a D10. You get a D10 for my song rest.
Yeah, I probably will.
These were the howlers.
Whoa.
These were the howlers. They used dog-like creatures.
Wow, motherfuckers.
I'll use my arcane recovery and get all my spells back too. By the way, other than my level 7, can't get that back.
All right.
Rip. Alright, hey,
Oh
you said I get a D10?
Yep.
Max, that's huge for me. I'm only rolling D6s.
Same.
Ooh, and I rolled very good there. 68, so let's roll a couple of these D6s. Nice! Nice! I'm good. I'm maxed.
yeah. We should start giving them that hint tidbit, like for the bonuses and stuff. Like, hey, before I had this, you know what I mean?
That was just a heads up from last
Oh, yeah.
time. They
I'll take inspiration.
asked.
Sorry.
Got
Sometimes they ask, but usually it's reckon.
Gotcha.
So that's why he
Sorry,
just
10 minutes.
relays that
Got it.
because he's the
Yeah.
ranger.
Alrighty.
So he would.
Good.
Yeah, you're good.
Great good.
So guys, I'm gonna try this new sword. Our new axe.
The one that you say Sigmund is in.
That Sigmund's in here. I don't know if I've hit the broadside of a barn, but I'll try.
If he is part of the axe, I'm sure you would definitely hit every enemy you swing at.
And
So yeah, with my warcaster, I'll equip a shield and I'll run the axe.
all right. And
So my AC is gonna go up.
as you take time attuning to that, Sylvan, you hear voices in your head that you recognize both of them, and it seems as if they're in an eternal argument. And
Go to hell.
It's almost like that.
I'm already here.
It's almost like that devil and angel on your
Yeah.
shoulders. One's trying to tell you and influence you, but they both are just pulling. So there's no like, at least in the moment, there's no direct influence.
Fucking
And then-
from members who grew. Where he's like the devil's on one shoulder, the angel's on one shoulder. He's
oh
like,
yeah.
check out what I can do. He's like, wait, no. He's got a point.
And Sylvan, after 30 minutes goes by, you are fully attuned, and kind of that bickering and kind of that cloud of judgment kind of clears out, and you hear, Sylvan, it is good to be reunited with you.
How's it going, Sigmund?
And in the other, you also hear,
Yes, my pawn. We are reunited.
I've kind of missed you, Ringo. We shit on you so bad that I thought I'd just talk to you for a little bit.
You fool! This war is far from over.
Well, you're stuck in an axe blade, so you're not going to be much of help.
Sylvan, do your best judgment to cloud that fool out.
Oh, Sigmund?
With the Holy One's light, we will guide you to righteousness and continue on our path together.
Yeah. I mean, Ringo, I'm not going to lie. You're in an eternal battle with just a normal mortal. You're some god. So it's about I destroyed your dreams of becoming this big time thing.
Those dreams are far from over, little one. As long as this axe lives, so does my mission.
Well, I will destroy that mission for you with your own axe. You can watch it happen. Whoever you're working for will die to the axe blade.
Please take me to her.
Oh, you want to go to her?
Yes.
Maybe you'll just stay in my bag for that fight.
Sylvan, do not egg him on. It is worthless. He cannot escape this axe. Not as long as I am here.
What are you guys eating there?
We feed off each other's hatred.
You just rip ass instead of.
I do poop in here.
I wonder if the plane kind of stinks.
Clean that little box.
Hey, Sigmund, you should give me some extra strength so I can hit with this thing.
Sylvan, stop being a jackass and reunite with your party.
Okay, there.
Impossible.
Hey guys, I'm attuned.
Tell Sigmund I say hi.
Sigmund, Bradley says hi.
Well, hello, my Fire Lord.
He says, hello, I'm now your pupil.
Ah, the tables have turned.
Yeah, what would you like to do from here?
Darius is just gonna crack his neck a little bit and keep trudging forward the path that we were on.
Let's keep going.
All right, so now Darius starts to lead the way.
It's made.
The
can't remember. I can't remember.
What's your plus hit with it? Plus 7?
No.
6?
2.
You're proficient with that, are you?
I'm not efficient, no. Because it's versatile. Is
Hand
that,
axe,
is that a
isn't it?
martial weapon?
I thought it turned into hand axe.
No, it's not a hand axe.
Oh,
It's versatile.
right. You have plus 2 to hit with that thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And as you open up into this next
Dumbass.
chamber, there is more. There isn't necessarily light into this next chamber, but it does seem as if maybe the magical glow or the magical darkness that had preceded the previous entrance into the entire cavern seems to dissipate as there are these different pockets of bioluminescent plants, crystals, all just randomly placed throughout the walls that give just enough light to see. And they give off this dark, purplish glow. What you see before you is this chamber opens up, and you actually see off to the left, tucked in the back corner, here, and you can even see an archway off to there as well. There's this sort of stained glass window on this side, but actually resembles a door, and you can see a handle there. Over on this side, you just see this sort of like bluish, silver tinted archway above just an open space. Out in front of you, you see glowing very faintly on the ground this green mixed with blue sigil of some sort out in front of what looks like a throne. And there's random different pieces of things just randomly scattered throughout the floor around this throne space, tucked back in to this point.
Do I recognize the sigil?
Would you like to approach?
Not super close, but just close enough to see it.
Okay, so you,
I was gonna say I'm gonna
I would say, have to get to about here,
Yeah, that's fine.
and you can kind of see it from this distance.
Yeah, so
Okay, so you can see it, but you can't study it at this because it's still just on the ground. It's just these two very faintly glowing something on the ground.
Let's move up there.
yeah, so I guess I'll approach.
And as you start approaching, hold up, that cackling sound starts to emanate again. And you see out of the ground these little gremlin type elemental magma creatures pop out of the ground and all start cackling in unison. And they all kind of just merge.
Yeah, won't pass.
And they all start cackling at you. So initiative again.
Damn it. I was gonna try to talk to these guys.
I was gonna spit on them. Short bastards. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what Sylvan's roll is.
Cool, got
Oh, 20 for. I haven't done this in a while. I
No,
kind of missed it.
you missed the initiative roll.
Well, it kind of changed up combat when you do
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
25 to 20.
21.
20 for Torin.
23.
Sorry.
21.
21. You said Torn what?
20.
20. Okay. 25 to 20.
18.
Or sorry, 20 to 15. Sorry.
18.
18.
15.
What is your dex?
15. Plus 3.
Okay. Brecken?
11.
11. Okay. So 15 to do, obviously that's just Brecken left.
Magman.
The magnet.
The Magnum two stinkies.
And as these creatures pop out of the ground, there's about 8 of them And you hear one. You want that pass? And another one screams out, "Yes, we must protect the throne. Yes, Master could return any moment." And another one screams out, "We are your last defense." And that's
And I'm gonna
But it is Darius' turn.
Die.
Gar's at the top.
Alright.
The big D.
Sliding up here.
Doris, Stinky.
Alright, and then we're just gonna go after him. My attacks. Probably hits. 21.
Hits.
Second attack. Probably hit again. 19.
Just hits.
Fuck. Okay.
These
And then
things have
my
a tough exterior.
yeah, I'm seeing that. And then my spectral.
So you're attacking just one creature?
Yeah, I'm gonna go all for that guy that's straight ahead of me.
Okay.
And then my spectral rolled that 20.
Okay. So roll your damage first. First one.
Nice. 17 on the first attack.
And you see, as you strike down on this creature, it actually turns. Fellas, scatter! And it just bursts into a large area of fire, and it actually doesn't get anybody but you, but you are immune.
Ah!
So it does not matter. With its reaction, though, it is going to, in a 10-foot line, cannot hit anybody, so never mind. As the last-ditch effort, as it's dying, it tries to spit some more of its magma out in a direction.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I'll just go for the guy to my left.
So this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
12 points of damage on that one.
And it stays up.
And then my nat 20. My nat 20, I'm gonna have him go for the guy back here. Let him hit that
That
one.
one, okay.
Yeah. He does. 12, 15, 19 times 2, so 39.
And it can't use any of its abilities, so just say it's dead.
Is that your turn? That is it.
Alright, Elcor. You are up.
I'm gonna move to right here, and then I am going to cast Cone of Cold and hit all 5 of those guys.
Alright, do they need to make a save?
Con save.
Cone of Cold.
Die!
Is that level 5? It's a pretty good level 5 spell.
Good area spell, not fire damage.
Yeah.
Well, highest is a 16.
All fail.
Oh,
All are dead.
Big rolls here. Oh, nice. 14. Ooh, very good.
31 points. Full damage.
With that.
Yeah, let's go!
Yes. 5 foot. He's gonna make. Oh, you need to make a dex save
Dex.
on two times.
First one is going to be a 23.
Passes.
Second one is going to be a 15.
Fails. You will only take 5 points of fire damage. And well, that leaves Torn.
Boom! I'm gonna go up to him and use Primal Savage. 20.
Hits. I don't even know if he can survive even minimal.
11.
Yeah. So as these small little elemental creatures demolish, so 5, 10, 5, 10, You three need to make a dex save, and then Torn would extra dex save.
So Torn's gonna make 2.
Brecken, right?
Brecken and Bradley.
15. Oh, me as well.
Yep. Sorry.
15.
Brecken is
Do it
23.
19.
Passes. 8. So
Sylvan's got 2? No, Sylvan doesn't got
no.
2.
So first fail on Torin, right? That will be 4 points of fire damage, and then he passed the second time. Though?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Actually, Brecken needs to make another one because it's a 10-foot line. So
He's got a good deck, so 19.
passes, so he gets out of the way from that. And that is it. You all see this fire, embers of like magma rock that seem to scatter all around the floor, but not enough because they were very small creatures that you have to pay attention to where you're stepping. But it seems to slowly fade after time.
I want to approach the throne.
All right, so you start approaching the throne, and as you do, you can now make a perception, investigation, or a con.
I'll
Just let me know which one.
I'd like to make an Arcana check on that.
On the circle.
Yes.
I'll do perception. 14.
14. Okay.
17.
17 on the house. So what you see as you start approaching the throne, you go past and you see a humanoid skeletal body lying in front of the circle, and you also see one curled up on the throne.
And is the one on the throne, is it like it's wearing like royal garments or?
You just see that there are very tattered, crisped up, burnt robes. One is wearing blue, one is wearing green, and it is in the way that this circle seems to be laid out. So this one is wearing these dark emerald green, and you can see just bits and flashes of this cobalt blue robe against the throne. What you also see is there is this weird orb-like thing here, but it just seems like gold, like a gold ball of sorts. And you see another orb of sorts that is more glassy in texture, attached to the top of the throne. And that, at the moment, with a 14, is about all you see, other than just these random candles just burnt out, just lying on the floor. Now, with an Arcana check with a 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that this magical circle seems to be too intertwined into each other. You've never seen two separate ones mingling together.
So there's 2 6
It
circles.
seems like there's two circles that form one.
Gotcha.
That form one. It's like half and half of one, but there are parts where one intertwines almost like a Venn diagram, where it seems like one specific area is kind of overlapped with the other. Other than that, you just see that it is this faint glow. Even the bioluminescent plants and crystals all around glow brighter than this. And that's essentially about what you get, that there is a magical circle. Other than that, well, 17 you don't get much.
I'm gonna walk over to then what you said kind of look like window panes, right?
That one is just a bluey silver archway.
Archway.
That kind of like goes over this opening.
And it looks like I can walk through in there.
You can walk through. It's
I'm
just
gonna-
an open door.
I'm gonna kind of look and kind of peer through this way.
Okay, so you peer into that. Just give me a perception check.
I was gonna go investigate the door on the other side.
Okay, you wanted to go here.
Yeah.
That is a window pane. That is like a stained glass, like
Uh,
church-like window pane.
8.
8 on perception. You look in here, and it seems, though, one thing that you notice is that there is a plant right next to you that is glowing, and there are other plants in here that aren't glowing. So it is very dark in here, and it's hard to see. But you can at least, with your dark vision, see the outlines of these plants that just don't have their glow like the rest of the chamber has.
But there is one plant that is glowing.
Right next to you. And it seems... Yeah, actually...
Tor,
I know.
get in here. Can you help me decipher what these plants are?
Oh, sorry.
And I will help Torin and have him do a nature check.
I'll speak to it too.
Okay, so you
I'm gonna speak to
speak to it, and if you want to make a nature check, you can.
Sure.
Can't imagine he sucks at that.
He's not good. 7.
7.
Doesn't make any sense.
With that, Torin takes a look at this plant. He goes, it glows.
God. What are you? Why are you lighting up? The others aren't.
This plant speaks up, and it kind of like takes its little frills of it looks like just like stalks with a bulb. And there's like 4 or 5 of them. They all kind of like shake off a little bit, and they all like look like eyes kind of staring at Torin. And it speaks. Why? We are all innately able to glow.
Interesting. Well, nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you.
And I'm gonna go over here.
Sylvan, go look at that plant and now.
So I'm gonna go in. And I'm gonna look at it and
Okay,
Is this a
make
single player
Oh,
campaign right now?
15.
Beats it. So you recognize that this is a bioluminescent plant that only resides in the Underdark.
I don't know what it's called.
Give me 1 second. I might be able to tell you. You can make a survival check. 5. You know that this plant is called Margo Glow.
Okay. I'll take my sword and I'm gonna look at Torin. He's not looking, and I'm gonna cut off part of its plants.
Okay.
I don't like the bulb. I guess, do I feel like that's the main part of the plant?
Yeah, you could say that any part of it seems to be okay.
Okay. I'll take 4 of them.
4 of them?
Or can I? Or
Yeah, you can take 4 of the bulbs.
so it's just called Margo.
Margo Glow. Margo, and then glow.
And this like ends right here. Does this continue
Yeah,
down?
no, it just ends right there.
Okay.
And then I'll put those into my alchemy or my alchemist pack.
Alright. And as you start hacking away at this, Torin goes, "Oh, Sylvan, I didn't need to hear that." as Torin hears, No, you're killing.
And you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take my pipe out. I'm gonna smoke it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
So now you have 3 left.
Yeah, 3. And I'll take 1 more. I'll just chop another one down.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Sure. Make a.
Okay, so I'll take
make
4.
a survival check.
I'll take 4, and then can I chop 1 down to smoke? 14.
Okay.
And because did he have 5?
Yeah, I said 4 to 5, but
Oh.
sure. We'll say you smoke 1, you take 4. Fine.
Okay.
And so, Sylvan, you kind of grind it up and you put it into your pipe, and again, to get these effects, you got to smoke it for right around 10 minutes. So,
I'm not gonna puff it. I'll just go around it.
Yep. And you guys see this very fine, elaborate
I
dragon
forgot
pipe,
he had that pipe.
dragon pipe that he's smoking in. When he sucks in, the dragon's mouth actually releases a little bit of smoke as he exhales from it. But Sylvan, you get the sense that this specific flower or plant can grant one successful death save.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Wow. So, effect, it would grants one successful death save.
Yep.
Better all be puffing on that shit.
So is it like, would you smoke it then for a duration? If you were to get down in that
You
duration?
don't know the duration,
Okay.
but essentially what you would have to do is if you knew combat was probably imminent, you smoke it, and then that would grant you one successful death save.
Okay. And the location is the Underdark?
Yes.
How's the pipe, Captain?
And it's like,
That's quite nice. I
That's what's the
feel
smoke.
like if I ever get downed, I think I would be one leg up on before I die.
Ah, good fight to have.
In this room, I'm gonna make an investigation check to see if like
Glowy eyes. Is that the description?
It's just a glowing bulb on a stalk.
I'll do an investigation check to see if there's like if this room has other things to it, if there's like a passage or something like that along the walls.
Yeah, just make an investigation.
15.
15. As you start looking around, so you're out here now, you start looking around and there's no seemingly way out of the chamber. But with your investigation, you see that there is this sort of like plate, a scroll, and a wand sitting on the throne next to this creature that is kind of curled up. And you see that it seems like that throne had been placed there. Not that it had been pre-existing, but it is not natural to the cavern.
So I'll walk over to the wand and I'll do a Arcana check to see if that is magical.
Okay, go ahead and make an Arcana.
I thought that was a 1. Can't see tonight. 27.
27. Jeez. Is that a 7 then?
17.
17. Jeez.
I saw the 1, but I didn't see the 7 with it.
Much like the magical sigil or circle on the ground, it's very, very faint magic. And it seems like dormant in magic.
Okay, I will. And would you say there was a plate and a spoon?
There's just like this
Or-
nice ornate silver like plate.
Like someone was. Does it look like someone was recently eating from it?
No.
No. Okay. And then
Seems
what was the
more
other
like
thing?
more like a serving tray.
There's a wand, a plate, and was there one of
There's like a scroll.
the scroll? So I'll take the wand. I'll just put that in my bag.
As you go to reach for the wand, it doesn't. It's like stuck. It's not moving. It's just you try to grab it, and it's just not moving for you.
Ooh, this wand. It's like
And it's like
glued to the throne.
It's like flat on the throne like this, and you're like can't even get your fingers underneath it, and you're just trying to like move it, and it just doesn't budge.
Let me show you how it's done, Altor. Go and try to grab it.
You go to grab it, and it gets stuck.
This damn thing's impossible.
I'll go over
I'll
to
do
this.
this thing.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine.
So you go to that golden like ball on the ground, and you pick it up, and it's got some weight to it, but it just seems like a golden ball, a ball of gold.
I'll walk over to this.
And if you want to pick it up too,
Yeah, I want to pick it up.
if you want to put in your inventory, you have a golden orb worth 1,000 gold.
And I was gonna say too, I'm just gonna like when I go over that window you said, did you say that there was like a handle, like it was a door?
Yeah, so unlike what Bradley had described and seen when you first entered that first corridor with those, what were they called? The creatures with the big mouths and everything.
Yeah.
That was more of this magical effect that looks like a glass pane, like church pane door, arch of something depiction, and that was more magical. This is a physical door, and it's just random panes of colors. Doesn't really ring a bell for anybody of what it might mean, but yes, there is actually like a handle hole on it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just try to open it.
You also notice that there is a key lock, and you go to open it and it doesn't budge. But it's like kind of like when you shake a door that kind of like shakes a little bit. But
the scroll, I will try it. Is the scroll when I go to touch that or grab that? Is that like stuck?
yeah,
to the
you
throne?
go to grab for the scroll, and you take it, and it just unravels, and it kind of like rolls back up.
Oh, I'll try to read the scroll then.
Yes, and you start reading the scroll.
I'll use comprehend languages as well.
But as you want to do something with the orb, though, because we kind of skipped over you.
Oh, right. I just wanted to look at this and see if there's anywhere to put it.
So you look upon the throne, and where that other orb is sitting, it's like embedded in the middle, like in between two like wooden posts. And it's just like sitting on top. There's just like this small little like indent for it to like hold like a pedestal.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like there's any other place to put this orb, unless you try to remove that one and put it there.
I'll try to take that one out.
So you take the other one off, and as you kind of take it off, it feels like even heavier, and there's like some sort of magnetic pull to it, whereas you kind of pull a little bit, I need you to make a strength check.
Wow. 16.
16, and you kind of put that gold orb away, and you start pulling, and it unlatches, and it like, you kind of go away, and you like start walking, and it like tries to like magnetize, and you're like kind of fighting it, and you kind of pull it off the throne, and you kind of start taking steps back and hold it to your chest, and you get to about the magical circle distance away, and the magnetization stops.
Can I check if when you remove the orb, the wand is still glued?
Yeah, so you go to reach it, and it's still glued. And then your gold orb in your pouch starts to like try to release from your bag of holding.
God damn it!
And it seems like in that magical space it still has this.
Okay.
Now that you remove one, the other one tries to replace it.
Oh, goddamn. Is this like pretty much the same golden orb?
No, this one is like a clear orb that has like a very greenish glow to it.
Okay.
Guys, these orbs are trying to go to the chair. My other one that I just grabbed. Just read that
so
thing.
You said comprehend languages?
Yes.
Do you know common?
Oh yeah.
So you cast comprehend languages and you realize it's common.
You're up to my level 1.
And you read from this scroll. We are the first two to make it to this place. C didn't believe me that it was here.
You said C?
C, just the initial C.
Okay.
Didn't believe me that this place was real. I knew from my heritage and my belongings that it was true. But to no avail, we do not find what we seek. I believe it is my rightful heritage to wield the weapon that belongs. We are in constant lockstep against each other. My magic to dispel him from the throne mingled with his own to remove me. And now we stand like stones staring at each other until our death. Something about this place does not want us to leave. So now our only search has led to our demise. I need you to make a perception check.
10?
10. With a 10, when that orb is dislodged and still been fighting with the other orb in his bag of holding, you notice just past where the orb had been essentially blocking view, there is a symbol embedded into the wall that you recognize from the minute you stepped into this place. There is an anvil with a hammer, not against the anvil, but standing tall, right behind the throne. And you realize at this point that it seems that the orb had been placed in place of something else.
I'll take out my orb. But would it fit in that?
It seems like these two orbs that you have found in this chamber are similar size. Very different from each other, but similar size.
Cool, Bradley.
Like, without even telling anyone else, I just want to walk up to it.
I'm sitting here going, my bag's up the
He's
tray.
got ants in his pants.
No.
And so you place your orb. And with that, you all feel this shaking of the chamber beyond the throne. The back wall seems to shake, and this throne gets pushed out past the. It actually goes over and crushes the skeletal body on the opposite side of that magical circle. And you see on the back wall is this large depiction of black stone. It's symbol of your home. And there lies a trap door that had been placed on, the throne had been placed on top of. And as you look back at the throne as it goes past, you see that there is a spot where a hammer could be placed into the throne with an orb sitting on top of it. And you realize as you place that orb there, now becoming this lightning lord, that the throne seems to crack, and within its cracks, lightning fills like ore veins into it. And you see that as it starts to reach out through the throne, your orb starts to spin on top of the throne, but comes to rest as there is nothing for that energy to be displaced into. And the lightning ore through the throne curls back up into your orb, and the throne fixes itself.
What the hell's happening, Bradley?
Can I do a history check and remember? I guess, do I see that, like, am I seeing something similar to what he's doing right now? Like, are we all seeing that? Or is it just Bradley?
No, you all see this.
Okay, I'm gonna make a history check. I'm gonna try to remember, was Octavius wielding a hammer?
Make a history check.
I'm pretty sure he was. Okay, it's not mine. 17.
17. Yes, you remember that Octavius was wielding a hammer that had some lightning capabilities.
I thought.
And when this all happens, you all notice that as the throne and his orb emit this energy and this electrical lightning spectacle throughout the room, the shaking stops, and that glow of the circles had risen and fallen back into that dull, faint glow. But now what you see is all of those candles that were just thrown across the ground seem to elevate and light themselves around the area in random, just different positions, floating in the air by themselves. And it lit like someone lit them all at once. They just...
I think I know why Octavius wanted me to join him. And is the trapdoor like still visible?
It's still visible. The throne is still pushed out.
Seeing the throne move, I'm gonna go to the wand again. and then see if it moves this time.
You go and reach for the wand, and it doesn't budge.
I'm gonna get out my free flow orb, and I'm gonna
Okay.
see if that changes anything
Okay.
when
So you
I'm
take out that.
trying to move the wand, because I can move a large and heavy object.
Okay, so you go to. How would you like to use this orb then to try to remove this thing?
I kind of use it almost like what you said, magnetize. Like I would put the orb to the wand and like try to like put my hand with it and like slowly move it if I could.
So you place your orb on top of this wand, and you start to like try to pick it up, and you realize that the entire throne lifts up. And you kind of like start to reach, and then the throne, like there's space underneath it now.
Yeah, and I kind of like want to put it back
And you
down.
kind of put the throne back together, and then you kind of remove your orb, and the wand sticks still.
Mhm.
And you actually realize as you kind of pulled up and put it back down, that plate head just gets kind of like toppled off, and it makes this large onto the ground.
I wonder if the hammers would unlock whatever that wand would be.
Definitely
Just
would.
thrown.
And plus the circles there in the middle.
And Bradley, in this moment between the throne, staring at a placement of what you now might understand as maybe Octavius' hammer was taken from this place. You're standing in between a magical object's placement and the symbol of your home. And all the meanwhile, as this magic had burst into life and now quelled, you realize that your heart is pounding as hard as it ever has, and it feels like your heart is going to break. And you feel like you're stepping yourself back into your safety, into the symbol of your home. And you kind of just like back closer to the wall instinctively. And you kind of step over the trap door. And you step closer to the wall, and something in your mind reaches out. And a familiar voice hits you. Bradley, your path is now complete. You know what you must do. Your home has been forgotten. I have led you to your destiny. There is more of your life to go. There is more mystery that you must solve. But you, and only you, can make your home remembered.
And who do I recognize the voice?
Ganesha.
Yes, I think I do know what I have to do.
And you kind of turn around, and you all hear him actually speak out loud, I know what I have to do. And you turn around towards the wall with the symbol, and you place your hand on it. And as you place your hand on this wall that just has a symbol, there's nothing to it, just an outline etching against what actually seems not similar as you get closer to the stone cavern, or this weird rocky different texture of like glassy but stone texture to the walls. But this seems like a solid concrete wall, like it would be on the backside of a complex building. And you place your hand onto this, and when you do that, there is this green glow that fills the space and the cracks of your symbol of your home, and the light just cascades out into the chamber. You all see this bright light coming from where Bradley is, and you kind of get blinded for a second, and your eyes readjust, and with that, the lights of the candles turn green. And then you all hear as if a conversation starts. You see two apparitions of wizards holding wands, speaking to each other in between the magical circle. One sitting on a throne, now spectral, where it once was. And the throne disappears. And you see this space filled with magic. And it seems like you're thrust into a time before now, as one wizard in the green robes shouts to another standing on the throne. Malcolm, what are we doing? We're here for one reason and one reason alone. We're here to find something that will stop the tyrants. And the wizard in the blue, you realize, is a half-orc wizard. And he points his wand at whoever this Malcolm person is. And he points his wand. This is my right. I belong here. And someone took what is my lineage's last relic of the war. I should wield this. No one else but me. We came here because we were told by the professor. We were told by the dean of the college that we need to come here. What is that? That's destiny. This is what I need. Screw the magic that we learned. This will bring me power, us power. We are a duet. You go where I go where you go. And this Coulter figure takes out his wand. I cannot let you be like this anymore. You are turning towards the evils that we are sought to destroy. But no more. We can't let this happen. And he starts to cast magic, and he points his wand at the ground, and the other wizard casts at the same time this magic circle that apparates in between them. And you see them fighting, and you see this magic start to burn away their flesh. And as they do, they come to stone, and they're holding their wands, and you see at the last minute of this glow, blue and green clashing, and it subsides, and you see the one half-orc on the throne, Malcolm, his wand breaks in half. Yes, you see Malcolm's wand break in half, and they both are in lockstep as they seem like they are turned to stone, but their flesh is still attached to their body. And you see the robes, as you see on the ground before you, previously before this apparition had happened, fade. And with that scroll that you were reading, I'm assuming you still kind of have out, something changes. Do you speak Orcish?
Well, I was using comprehend languages, so yes.
Right. You read the Hammer of Abelgrun. And it seems like this is not necessarily a scroll, but a illusory script of what this hammer could possibly be. The Orc chieftain Abelgrun had a lightning hammer crafted for him to conquer Harry Brooks' first century. As his tribe grew, so did his power and madness. A once pure hammer turned cursed through a deal accepted by an evil being, an agreement of a hammer that would only serve Abelgrun with an alternative out. Upon the death of Abelgrun, the hammer would bind to the owner of the new champion and chieftain. However, Abelgrun was too powerful. All of his challengers were defeated. In a dream, Abelgrun saw destruction and emptiness. He felt corruption within himself, and the hammer began to defy his needs, the sacrifice he gave. He destroyed his throne and his tribe, and bound the hammer to his death. Suicide he saw as the only way to rid of the curse of the weapon. And so he did, and so did the curse. Many challengers would come to wield the hammer with no protector, so the myth spread. The only way to wield the weapon is to be more powerful than Abelgrun himself or be of his bloodline. Many beings protect their this labyrinth, and destroyed the throne. Some say they are unparted souls of his captains, intertwined with horrific beasts wandering and looking for glory, rebirth, and eternal death that Abelgrun has denied them. To this day, the hammer of Abelgrun lies within the labyrinth of obsidian, buried in his throne, waiting for its new warrior. And with this, a new apparition begins. And you see what looks like a throne, very similar to the one that is in this chamber, but made of solid obsidian. And you realize that throughout this chamber, this rocky texture is not glass, it's not stone, it's decaying and cursed obsidian. And you realize that different parts of this chamber once had been more like a maze and had been more honestly horrifying to look at than what you see now today. And as the landscape changes and you see this structures kind of just built out of nowhere as if it's translucent, you can see what is now and what had been. And you see this large orcish chief who you assume would be able grown with tusks growing past his eyes, demeanor burly, and he takes this hammer, and you see a smattering of different instances of orcs, of different humans, half-orcs, coming through his labyrinth, and he, with one smite, knocks them down, one after another, and then they rise as his army. And you see this, and it seems like countless enemies would come his way, and all he had to do is sit on his throne with his hammer and destroy anybody that would challenge him. And with this visage, you see him growing older, but not leaving his throne. And you see a curse come upon him as physical as someone placing a hand and his skin withering. You can see the change as he grows older and weaker. And you see him take the hammer, thrust it down into the ground, and it bursts a hole through his chest. And in his last moment, he places it behind him on the throne, and you see his skin wither and decay. And you see a very shrouded shadow of a smaller orc come in, slay beasts like nothing, and just take the hammer like it was nothing, and walk out. And then the magic fades. You can put it back to just normal. You don't have to do it.
Who's our old friend?
Was Cecil?
Cecil.
And,
Cecil.
and with that, you see that the Malcolm figure now actually thrown, standing in skeletal form with a half-broken wand pointing out into nothing, into the chamber. Just like this. And that's all you see.
He's the guy, the thing's there now.
So now you see, so like the throne is here. You see that this skeleton had been crushed into dust, but the creature who you think is Malcolm is now standing in a skeletal form, decayed but upright, as if he's made of stone, like a statue, pointing his wand out like this. And you can see that he's holding a wand, but it's broken.
Is it like completely broken or like
It's like broken at the, like right where his hand meets. So he's holding part of it.
like the other pieces are like dangling off it?
Oh, Bradley.
That was
a lot.
That was heavy. I'm not sure that I know this Malcolm or the orc. I know there's still that door over there.
We gotta go.
And the
We
tree.
gotta go beneath it.
And that glow of the magical circle does glow brighter now. And it is more presently glowing. And you also notice that the orb that you are holding is glowing green.
Oh, mine.
The one that you had taken off, not the gold one, but this
Clear
one
one.
is glowing. And yours is now glowing a blue.
Mm.
I'll walk up to the guy, and I'll kind of just check his hand. Like, can that wand be removed?
So you go and you pluck the wand out of
Pluck
his
the wand
hand.
out.
You have like the handle of a wand.
And yeah,
I think it's something to do with these orbs. They're different colors.
Was Malcolm the blue or the green?
Malcolm was the green.
The green. And you have green,
I
right?
agree.
So I'll try like putting the orb next to Malcolm.
So you take your orb and you kind of like place it around him, and it's glowing green.
I'll take the little broken piece and I'll like put it on the orb.
And nothing
That's
seems
it.
to happen.
Is his orb still in the chair now?
Yeah, it's still in the chair, but it is now glowing blue, like just a light hue around it.
And there's nowhere on these circles where I could place the ball.
You can try.
I'll go look.
Make an Arcana check.
I'll go look by the green one. I am the worst at skill checks.
Oh, sorry. I'm backwards. Sorry. The orc was blue. The other one was green. So you are holding. Sorry. You are holding a blue orb, and yours is green.
Well, I'll go to the blue circle, I guess.
You go over to blue circle and you place it. You just place it. It seems like there's two small circles in the middle, and you kind of place it there. And it seems to, when you place it, doesn't want to budge.
Well, maybe try with the green one there.
Yes, I was thinking that as well. Yeah, so I'll go over.
So you take your orb off the chair, and as you do that, the chair slides back
I'll put it back there.
into the place, but it doesn't seem to want to move back. And you place it in the circle, in the magic circle, and you do that, and that one also seems to lock in place. And when that happens, on the ground, they start to circle each other throughout the circle, and they speed up and speed up and speed up and speed up. And from the throne, you hear it.
Wand.
Oh,
The wand master 20.
So you walk over and you grab this wand, and it free floats in your hand, and you're kind of holding it. It feels very strong. Like it just gives a nice swoosh.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
$16.
16. It's magical. And as you are holding the wand, it seems to react to the wand that he is holding. And it, like, you point your wand at Bradley, and Bradley, you kind of instinctively, like, point towards him as well. And you realize that yours feels magical in your hand and yours doesn't.
Probably this other part has to be in here somewhere. Think it goes into that trapdoor.
Well, maybe in the other room.
Over there.
This one?
Might I see that wand
You
you're
were
holding?
the wand man.
Yes.
That's-
It caught my eye right when I saw
So
it.
he hands it to you, and when he hands it to you, you point the wand at Sylvan across the room.
It's my arms!
But for some reason, when you hold it, it doesn't seem magical.
Ooh.
In this moment, it just seems when it transfers hands, it just doesn't seem magical, but there's a pull towards him.
I'll kind of walk closer with it, kind of like touch them together.
And you can go, and you kind of, you go, and you
That's when I start fighting.
so do you just like,
Yeah, we kind of like.
I just want to like think.
smack your hand?
Yeah, I
Because
just wanna,
it's just the handle of something, so
Yeah.
it's not like something sticks out. Do you want to
Oh, I like take and go like this.
and it hits it?
This is odd. I thought I felt the magic in it before, but
I definitely.
I don't know if I do anymore.
I felt quite a bit of powerful magic coming from it.
Can I try to do Arcana check on it
You
again?
can. It'll be tougher because you've already done something on it.
Oh, come on. 22.
With that, you realize it's not that there's no magic, it just seems that in this moment, when they're pointing at each other, and one wand being broken, the magic overpowers each other and becomes innate. Or not, becomes dormant. And it seems like maybe if you find the other half of this, something could possibly happen.
Gotcha.
Did I feel like go dormant when I was holding it? It was
You know, it felt very magical.
interesting.
I was gonna check the door now that that's happened.
Um,
Try to unlock it again. Or try to just use it.
Yeah, it just seems like the handle moves, but it doesn't unlatch. Like something needs to be unlocked.
And the,
Okay,
this is covering that.
Darts and then look at this door for like 20 minutes, like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Well, I have
and,
an idea.
and in the
Push or
meantime,
pull?
like you're like kind of checking it, and then all of this happens. You're just like in awe
Yeah,
of
that's
this
kind of what I figured I
weird
was doing.
thing that's happened.
When I go up to the window, I'm gonna like tap to see if like does it feel like it's glass, like real glass, or does it feel like magical glass?
You knock on it, and it makes a sound like glass wood. Like it sounds like you were to tap on a window.
All right, I'm gonna punch through the door. I'm gonna grab the lock on the other side.
So make a strength check. Super easy, but
Yeah, 23.
23, and you go and you punch through the window, and as you punch through, where you punch through, it just shatters into millions of glass small pieces, and you kind of like cover your eyes, and you go to like reach, and all that glass forms around your arm, and you get stuck there, and like you can't move.
Fuck.
That's cool.
You guys,
and it feels like you could like maybe like try to pull your arm out again, but like you can't. You punch so hard into it that you can't like reach
Oh,
the,
fuck, okay.
the other side.
Oh.
yeah.
We got to see that. Look at what's going on
Yeah,
over
you
here.
hear that and you kind of look over, and then Dars is just like, "What the fuck?"
So I thought I was doing something.
Pull your arm out. I have a better idea.
Okay, so I'll try and pull the arm out.
We'll say with your strength check, you do the same thing on the way out. You just like rip through, and the glass kind of breaks. I guess you probably take 2 points of piercing damage.
So that gets negated at nothing.
Well, do you have to have your shield?
No, it's just heavy armor master.
Oh, so then yeah, you kind of go and you feel all these cuts like happen. You start bleeding, but you don't actually take damage.
Okay.
And you pull your hand out, and then the glass like shatters and reforms magically.
I will then, after he does that, I will cast knock on the door.
Okay, so you cast knock, and all of a sudden you hear, and the door opens.
That's much better.
It was a lot easier. I don't know what you're doing there.
Well, I don't have magic, so I thought I'd use something I'm good at.
Yeah, and you walk into this other corridor, and you see more of those glowing bioluminescent Margot glow plants. And you do see something lying on the ground.
I'll go walk towards it.
And you go walk towards it, and it looks like the second half of a wand.
Let's go.
And you also see a larger orc creature skeleton placed up against the wall. It seems like someone removed the remnants of Abel Grun and put it into this room.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll take the piece from him, and I'll grab the other piece. And I'm gonna cast mending
Okay.
and try to mend these two pieces
Yeah,
together.
and as you do this, you take mending, and at the moment, it's just wood. So it's easy enough. You mend those two pieces together, and when you hold this wand, now fully in its capabilities, back to its original self, you still, as you mend it, it points towards Sylvan. But Sylvan, your wand wants to try to break your grasp. You want to hold on to
No,
it.
he doesn't have a wand. He has
You
the
have
other
it
one.
again? Okay, sorry. Your one that you're
Sylvan
holding.
gave me his.
So
Sorry.
you point the wand, like it magically like goes towards Bradley, and Bradley, yours in your hand feels like it wants to, like, go away from you, like it wants to shoot away from you. Do you want to hold on to it and try to resist that pull, or do you want to like let it go and see where it goes? Let it go, and in a flash, you see Bradley like go bright-eyed as you're staring at him pointing a wand, and that wand shoots in your direction. Do you want to try to grab it?
I'll try to. Yeah, sure.
Make a dexterity save.
I got a good dex save. I got a decent dex.
What's up, Core?
Oh, 14.
14. And as it comes at you, you grab it, and it like about hits you in the chest. And now you're holding both wands. But as you're holding them both, some sort of influence takes over you as both are reaching out. One on your left, the one that emits a blue glow. Or sorry, yeah, that's the other one. Emits that blue glow. says, "You will take me to my rightful place. Give me the hammer. Get me my power." And the other one, the green one, talks to you. "Wizard, you and I are the same. Do what is right. He can give you power, yes, but I can give you more." And it seems like you're in the decision of what one to choose. The blue one again. "I can protect you like no other. After all, the greatest offense is offense." The green one. "Yes, power is great, but sometimes the more intelligent wizard can outlast the one who just barrages you with everything he has. This is nothing but what is right in the world versus what someone deems is their heritage."
As soon as he says heritage, I come from elves and I am deep within the blade singing heritage, and I am immediately going to give in to the green one.
Give in to the green one.
Because that was the one who just said that, right?
The guy in the blue, or sorry, the one in the green says yes. Like, he don't give in to what he deems as his heritage.
Sorry, I'm confused now. Because the green is the orc, so that would have been his heritage.
I was mixed up.
Okay, I'm so
Sorry.
lost right now.
So my bad. The orc is the one with the blue.
Orc's blue.
Orc is blue. The other one is green. The one in the green had been telling you. The one that's not the half orc is saying his name is Coulter. You know. The other one you notice is the Malcolm creature.
So Malcolm is green.
Malcolm is blue. Coulter is green. The half orc is Malcolm. Coulter is the human.
Oh, gotcha.
So we'll just maybe do this: green,
Yeah.
Coulter, orc, Malcolm.
Malcolm, gotcha.
And the one that was broken was Malcolm, and that's the blue
Gotcha.
that you just fixed. Green, it's Coulter, and that is the human.
He said something about
And
intelligence.
he said intelligence. He's the one that's Coulter, the green, had said intelligence can outpower. Kind of saying like intelligence can be like pen can beat the sword.
I don't know. Is this in my head?
Yes, this is in your head. And the one in the green also speaks out. He believes that he can do anything to get what is his. But the truth is, not all heritage is what you're looking for. And then the blue one speaks out again. I'm just playing as you go.
No, no.
The blue, he is vain. He thinks that he is a know-it-all. But I found this place because I am drawn to it. Who denies someone what is rightfully theirs? And the green one speaks out again.
Let's roll for
What is
it.
he doing?
And you are all seeing him like Elcor just like blinking back and forth, like kind of like dumbfounded what's going on.
They're both talking to me. I don't know which one to pick.
Bradley, what do you think?
What are your options? 'Cause we couldn't hear it.
No, you couldn't hear any of that.
Coulter, the green, speaks of the power and intelligence that he could give. Malcolm, the blue, speaks of his heritage. I am torn in between, as I value both.
I think somebody like Octavius, he might value power above anything and not see the benefits of your other options.
I think being more wise, though, it's a good thing.
Power can corrupt, drive you mad. Can't do much.
I don't want you to roll off this. I want you.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're telling me to go with the wiser one.
This is what I would do. Who knows what type of power that this wand wants. It'll stop once you choose it. Like keep demanding more of you.
And we heard the conversation of the apparitions talking.
Yes,
Right?
before you heard that apparition, everybody heard that.
Okay.
And at last, Malcolm in the Blue doesn't even speak to you. It's as if he's trying to speak to Coulter at this moment. We were once together, ridding the evil. And then Coulter responds, yes, but you've become what we seek to destroy. Our masters taught us better. Malcolm speaks again. Our masters teach for what is right in their power to teach us. It is only at our will that we went out and sought more. We became powerful because we left the intentions and the mechanisms of college. We didn't belong. And then Coulter speaks up one last time. Yes, true it all is. But what we learn and what somebody influences shall not curse us to death. And that's what you forced me to do.
I'm going with green.
Don't
Final decision. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
So you go with Coulter's one.
Shut the
Yes.
And what's Coulter again? Can't name it.
He's
He's the intelligence one?
He's the intelligence one. So you now get the Wand of Wizard 3, also known as Coulter. And when you decide to value and choose this wand, you notice that the blue wand crumbles into dust. You all notice that the magic circle is now not just blue and green. The green overtakes the blue, and now you see the skeleton that had been standing on the throne also crumbles to dust, and the skeleton that had been crushed by the throne pulls itself together and stands up, and its flesh starts to fill its body again, and the robes start to unburn and meld its back into its former glory. And you see that this figure has this long, flowing blue cape behind it, and this regal human with short brown hair, brown eyes, and this sort of not patchy, but short, shown, blonde beard. Stands tall. And he looks at you. Thank you. My eternal battle with who I thought was my brother is now done. I can walk from this place again. You see that it seems like there's just muscle and sinew just seems to like fill his body into a normal human again. And he sort of like cracks his neck. How do I ever repay you? I see you have my wand. It is yours. You chose wisely.
You said he was your brother.
Yes,
What tore you apart?
his greed, his hubris, as many more grand wizards tend to do in their lifetime. And you hear his voice start to like grow into what it possibly had been once. He was my brother in the college. But now, as I can no longer support his wishes, and no longer stand at the side of someone who went through the rigorous training that the damned college put us through, just to send us off with no skills for the real world. In our moment, here in this place, did I finally realize that us two masters of magic were no longer apprentices, and he chose a side that I could not stand with any longer. That is what's right. Not greed for something that doesn't belong to him. It belonged to a tyrant, not just the blood of a kind that that person was.
Did he have a direct connection to? Was it Abelgrun? Abelgrun?
He seemed to think so. He said that he had some pull to this place. But when we came here, he didn't recognize anything. But that only tells me more that it is this curse that is in this place, that is in that hammer, in that damn orc that we locked away. It's all him, influencing anybody to grab his power and make it new again.
So, what tie do you have to Blackstone?
Nothing. Wait, Blackstone? What's Blackstone?
How
A friend
long,
here is a tie to this place.
how long have you been down here?
Well, what year is it now?
Do I know what year it is?
You do know what year it is. You can make a history check.
History.
Wizard. Wanda the Wizard number 3. Where's the other one? Wanda the Wizard number 4.
You don't know? 15.
I want to see the other one so bad.
If I'm not mistaken, it is like 3,332.
It's 3,332.
I love those encounters where you have no fucking clue.
Then you just repeat it
Yeah,
back.
cows, you.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't even remember where I have that in my notes. So, I get. Oh wait, sorry, it's
323. I got it in my notes.
Oh,
The note keeper. Hold on. 323 right there. PWC.
He a beast.
That is pretty impressive to have that.
323 right now.
I got it as well.
Do you?
323 year PWC.
Yep.
Civil War ended 3 years ago. It's 323 PWC.
Good job. Good for you. Yeah. You even found it before I did. That's impressive.
Almost.
Then he speaks up. Wow. I've been down here for almost 250 years.
So you're down here. And what? How many? 70? 70 PWC.
Oh my god, this guy.
Sorry. I didn't have to laugh.
We were actually one of the first wizard classes to go through the college when it had been erected.
What college was that?
The one in Kingsman.
I belong to that.
You do.
I did.
I can see. Oh, you are some new type of wizard that I've never experienced. I can tell.
You're familiar with the blade singing
No,
technique.
that was not a thing.
I believe we go farther back, but we were in very remote places.
That would make sense why it wasn't there when we first began.
We've mixed the art of sword and dance and magic together.
Interesting. Well, I don't really know what to do from here. I don't have a place to go to anymore.
Oh, so there is a sanctuary in the town on the east coast.
Right.
You could head there.
We're still on Perry Brooks, yes?
Yes.
Well, good to know that there's not another war that broke out.
The Starsgoys is what it's called, or Stonespire. Are you familiar with either one of those?
Yes, connected by a bridge. and rivers, I believe.
Yes, head to Stonespire, or the sanctuary there.
And he kind of like lets out an exhale. At least that hasn't changed. I will seek out this sanctuary. I don't.
You asked how you could repay us, or repay me.
Shut up.
There is something that I would like to request.
Anything.
We call upon you, and we are in dire need of help. I request that you fight with us. There are greater evils that you are not aware of. You've been gone for a while. We could use someone of your standing in magic to help us in the battles ahead.
You could even join our ship if you'd like. We have a crew of another old geezer named Zodia. You get along with him.
You're probably stuck of staying in one place. You might as well go out and explore the world. Experience something more.
This Zodia, I do not know of. Ship? I mean, I've had my fair share of combat, but never on a ship. The only issue now is I don't have a means of, well, a focus.
Well, I can give you something in return. I will pull out Ouroboros' wand,
Okay.
and I'll hand him the Ouroboros'
And
wand.
he takes it. He goes, kind of like twirls it a little bit. Seems well enough. It's a start. Now, for your request. I've been out of the game, it seems, for a long time. It will take some time for me to regain whatever will my former soul had.
I can help train you.
In wizardry,
Yes.
you're a bard.
How do you know?
You have a lute on your back.
Sylvan,
It's a wand.
It's a big ass wand.
I would love to go back through the Office of Wizardry. Maybe we could share spell books and see if there's anything that I have new to you.
Flip him off.
Just flip him off.
Anything that you may have, you could teach me.
Well, it'll take some time. Meditation. I will seek this sanctuary that you speak of. Maybe I will go from there.
A nice ship.
You do. If you would like to travel or passage, we can give it to you as well if needed.
We spend most of our time on land, just ship to get places.
I think we have a perfect plan. How about you come with us? Eventually we'll make our way to King's Main. You can go visit your old college that you used to attend. See the changes that they've made.
I guess that's a possibility.
For the time being, come with us. Experience the world. Fight evil. If you feel up for it. And get to see the greatest captain roam the sea.
Well, I guess the captain that I do know of much renown is definitely dead by now.
Yes, but there's a new one. And you're staring at him.
A bard captain. Never heard that one before.
He's a damn good captain. I can assure
One of the
you
best. I know how to rally people behind me. Even though I rally people's feathers. For some reason, people still fight with me.
You are sharp-tongued, I can tell.
Yes, but I speak the truth. Mostly.
We were able to find a trap door under that throne. Do you know where that leads?
That, I believe, is a secret exit, if need be. It's just a small passage one by one can go through. It is a little dangerous at times, just for how tight it can get, but in the means of any dangers that this once labyrinth was, any evils and the fiends and elementals that it brings out, if you are overwhelmed, that is one possible way if you don't see a way forward, back where you came.
Is there something that is in charge down here? I mean, we fought some gremlin type creatures, some hounds, but is there a master they follow who's active here who might run into somewhere?
Well, what my old brother and I had understood about this place is that once the death of Abelgrun had been cemented in history, all dominion of this place had scattered. Many of his followers, his army, turned into a lot of these beasts as the curse that had overcame him created everything that's here. Almost as if it's this tear in reality of the abyss of the plains of hell had commingled with our plane here on the material plane. It seems whatever curse that had gone through that hammer had left his body and his power in the time of death. No, there is no leader here anymore, but it is nonetheless dangerous.
Should we just go out that way then? I thought maybe it was some sort of like outhouse type feature.
I see that's the only way out, being that how we got down here in the first
I
place.
think that would be safe, especially if the other way we encountered you dying from those creatures. I don't want to see any more of them.
Because did it recover the hatch that I took an hour about?
No,
No,
the throne, it like went to the spot right in front of the hatch.
okay.
It never went all the way back in. And like the symbol of Blackstone is still glowing very faintly now, but it is still green and glowing, but the hatch is still there, the throne is in front.
The throne used to sit it sat right over top of it, did it not?
Over the hatch.
Yeah.
Well, the hatch was built after Elgrun's death.
Ah. Thought maybe he used to like, if he didn't get up, thought maybe a little hatch that he could poop down there.
You know, I guess it's not wrong if you don't know.
That's definitely the case. What'd you say to us?
I think that you love to find places where people like to shit.
Well, let's hope they don't have poop down there. Stink down there. Alright, what do you say? Should we? I think we'll get here. What is over in that other area? We didn't explore it.
And, like, are you pointing in that direction? Well, there is some sort of magical darkness that cannot be taken away for whatever reason. We've tried many times, and it emits this mist and fog that is very poisonous.
Ooh. I'm resistant to poison.
It's a different type. It's poison, it's acid, it feels like fire, it's totally different than what we understand. But there are pockets that sometimes randomly open up, like in the plains of the abyss, that lead to layers underneath us.
Actually,
Not like layers of like a dragon, but different layers of the labyrinth. It's as if it's part of the maze that had once been here, and with his death had become magical. And sometimes things can crawl out of that space.
because currently this mountain is currently corrupted. And we're trying to figure out how to stop it.
Well, that area is definitely cursed.
Might be a place good to start at.
I don't know. Cause like I feel like down here there's gotta be something.
I think we still wanted to. We want to talk to Felrenak and try to know that Thorin's father give us some advice to
Yeah, try to get an item.
perhaps before we rid it of the curse, we ask him if we can take an item from its board if we remove the curse.
Yeah, maybe let's do that. Let's just get out of here and go talk to Farnak.
Don't know if speaking to him is going to go well. We have bothered him already, I believe. I say we search deeper into the cavern,
Can we go over there?
not that way. Through the exit, see if we can get deeper into the mountain.
Sure.
Alrighty.
I don't know where we go. We go to look.
I think we just go down and we see what we find. Because, yeah, I feel like at this point, the magic casters that we have, even if they went into that not knowing what it is, if anything happens to you, I'm not going to be able to help.
Just don't believe Valdenar is going to be interested in bartering for anything. He has not been.
Well, you can bet off his life. Either he takes us under his deal or he dies.
Don't know if we're going to kill that dragon, and I would not like to be on that side.
My only concern is if we rid the mountain of this curse, Felrenek has the last piece to the item that we need, to the relic. How would we get it back?
I believe he would reward us if we did.
Which I hope.
I think that's about our only option.
It's not a lot of hope, but it's a little one.
Hopefully, if we don't find weapons and we don't find the relics we're looking for, maybe the people we pick up along the way will make up for that.
That's fair.
Like you, Colton. Coulter.
I'm a relic now, huh?
No, you're a human. You're more powerful than a relic. So we picked you up on the way.
So this wand of yours, what does it do specifically?
And so he just essentially spills out everything that's on it, so you know what it does.
Is he the third wizard now?
No, he's probably like the millionth.
The third wizard.
There's a lot of us
Not very
nowadays.
special.
The college has grown greatly. You will be very surprised at how big it's gotten.
It is basically its own district now.
Interesting. That'll be quite the obstacle to figure out
They
where
don't
to
tend
go.
to mingle with many of the other people. They tend to stay to their area.
Do they have a bar?
Oh, there's plenty of bars in Kingsman.
Is there anyone you know that would still be alive?
Oh, yes.
Maybe elves or other beings?
Well, I know there was a handful of wizards that decided to create their own district attached to the Citadel, but not the Citadel. The name escapes me, but there might be a wizard there, yes.
Can I make a history check to see if that rings a bell with me?
Yeah.
Nice. 18.
He might be talking about Second Fell.
Okay. Does the name Secondfell ring any bells?
Actually, yes, it kind of does. Is it on the southern side of Kingsman? The
Yes.
actual Citadel of the Lore?
It's resembling the description you're giving.
Well, there is one being that, yes, if he is there, I guess still alive at this point. There is a half-elven male named Ulamorg. If he's there, then yes.
Does that name ring a bell to me?
Make this your check.
12.
Does not.
Well, should we get on our way?
Yes, I think we should start going through the cavern.
Alright.
See what we find.
And I'll kind of walk over to the hatch and enter the hatch and start navigating my way
I'll do the same.
through the hatch.
Oh, you're going through the hatch.
Yep.
Okay. So as you start going through the hatch, make survival checks for me as a group.
Okay, survival. Nice. 17, sorry.
5. Gareth?
What are we rolling
Survival.
for? Oh, yeah.
We're fucked.
3.
3.
3.
Someone can roll for Reckon.
Nice. Survival. 22.
22. Okay, we'll just take you 4 because jackass.
Can we mute him?
What?
Can we mute him?
Probably. He should take some psychic damage.
Mute this guy's mic.
Why?
As you start going through this hatch, and once you enter through this like small space, it is like very steep steps into a tight corridor that is about 3.5, 4 feet wide. So it is very tight for mostly everybody besides Elcor and Sylvan. As you start making your way through, there's places where you have to kind of like shoulder yourself in, and it gets narrower and wider at places, and sometimes it dips down and to the left, and it is a very small space. And at one point, who rolled the 3? When you get through, you're going through a small space, and you kind of have to like duck underneath it, and you like get caught knee to your chest, and you just can't move anymore. And you and Brecken are on the other side, and you just gotta keep going, and you're behind him, and you don't even know that they're not following at this point. You don't even know that he's stuck. You kind of like get there and you can't get through.
You're in trouble.
So I'm like stuck.
No, there's a warning tower behind us.
Am I able to like push or like pull off of the rocks on the side?
So you go through this small space, like almost like a little circle.
Yeah.
And you kind of try to get through, you try to step into it and try to like duck underneath from the other side. And you literally get stuck from like your foot to your knee to your chest, and like your arms on this side, but like there's no space or anything to grab other than the wall that you're stuck in between. So you can try, it'll be tough, but I will give you a, this would probably be a dex check.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll try and like just use that to like push like through it, I guess, like finish the.
This is more or less trying to like maneuver your body in a way to like,
Yeah.
kind of like jello yourself out.
Right. Dex, you said?
Yeah, dex check, not save.
Ooh, okay, that's better. Well, no, it's actually the same.
It should be the same.
Yeah, 16.
With a 16, you like maneuver you're trying to like get through, and you like try to like get your ankle to turn inwards so that maybe you can get more of your knee out, and you actually start feeling a pull on the outside of your ankle, and you feel it pop. You take 2 points of damage.
Dislocate your ankle.
Yeah, I'm popping my ankle out of place here.
Dislocate your ankle, and you feel a lot of your heavy metal boots start digging into your ankle and into your skin, and you sort of like pop your ankle out, and like you kind of like push your head through, but now your shoulder's stuck. So now you got like half of your body, like torso out on the other side, but your ankle's stuck, twisted and bent, dislocated, but you have most of your body still on the other side. But you do have some free, like your head kind of pulls out.
Okay. I'm gonna like try and take my arm and my head and like
Okay, I would say you can use more strength on this because you have more of your arm to help.
okay.
Strength
Save.
check, not save.
Okay. 22.
Yep, and with the 22, you just muscle your way through, and you actually feel grinding of that, your plate armor into your body again. You take 2 more points of damage as your armor actually almost dents into your trap. And as you do that, you actually like pull your body outwards, and you kind of tumble into the outside. And you are now free, but you are hurt. You're at half speed because your ankle's fucked up.
Yeah.
But the rest of you seem to be able to make it through this next area, no problem.
And I'm in a flat area.
No, it's
Oh, okay.
still like
It's still stairs.
weird. Like it's not stairs. It's just
It's
like,
just like a
it is a
downward.
rough opening of jagged pieces of just whatever. Someone seemed to like they came through
Yeah.
and were just like tearing out whatever they could just to get through enough.
Yeah. Okay.
and you kind of get through, and you hear something in front of you, assuming that it's probably Elcor and Bradley, but you can't see them. They have definitely just kind of like kept going, like no stopping.
Okay.
And so you're now kind of leading, so I need you to make a survival check.
Had now 12.
12. That is good enough. And so you guys start kind of like pulling. It's like this kind of like cavern type situation where it's like exploration, and it feels like claustrophobic, and it's like there's nowhere to go than forth. There's no turning back because you don't want to get stuck again. So like kind of having just to like almost like squeeze yourself through small spaces every step that you take, and you are moving slow. But I'll give survival check to Bradley because you were behind him in assistance to help guide your bigger, more armored friend in front of you. You all feel the sweat just burling inside of you. 12. I'll say that's good enough. 2 12s. You start making your way through, and at one point you notice that it starts to incline now. And so now it's a tougher climb out of this, but it seems to be more hands and knees with the rock pressure on your back, having to like army crawl and use your strength and use your skills to know what the right move and right step is. Now at this point though, it widens out where you could have someone maybe take place in front if they wanted to.
You have me go in front.
You can go. I'm a little slow.
But it is about like 30 feet wide, but it is still about like 4 feet this way instead of wide.
Okay.
So you're just kind of crawling yourself up, and for you, it's actually
can
not.
just actually just
You're
I can
kind of
just
just like on.
Yeah, I don't even. I can walk.
You're duck walking up.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like this way is the best.
I'll try to find the most open way.
Yeah. Make a survival.
12.
12, and with the 12, it's meeting the DC every single time. And so you start making your way out, and you actually start seeing a light ahead of you.
Follow me, follow me.
And then it goes dark, and it goes light again, and you hear, and you hear Elcor and Brecken ahead of you, climbing through the opening, and are on the opposite side now. And you all make your way out of this small, again, very similar to what you had before. It all kind of comes to a point, and there's just one small opening at the base of whatever land you're on, and you kind of pull yourself through, and you get out. Dex saves for everybody.
There we go.
Oh, I'm good at that.
21.
18.
I failed, but Brecken passed.
Okay, nice. So
Oh, I'll pass. 21.
so everyone but essentially
Elcor.
Elcor
21,
saves.
21.
So you all start to go out, and thankfully for Brecken passing, you all step out, and then you realize that there is a steep decline down into open shore rock and water about 300 feet below you, into the oceans and into the seas, as you are on the cliff's edge of the mountain on the northern side of the Miners World Caves. And you kind of pull yourself out, and there's a small ledge just enough for one person to be on. And Elcor, you actually come out and you start tumbling, and Brecken just grabs you by the collar and like holds on to dear life. And with 21s or whatever, you guys kind of all come out, and you like get your feet stuck into the ground, and you kind of pull Elcor to his feet. But you are on essentially just a 5-foot ledge about 50 feet across, and then just off the edge of nothing.
It's quite the view out here.
And you feel the breeze, and it feels nice. It feels warm. It feels cooler in the air. But you are now outside of the caves, on the side of a mountain with a long plummet. What would anybody like to do at this moment?
I think Torin will have you summon some elves.
Yeah, he's my carpet.
Yeah.
Torin summons smells. You get on your carpet, and
Where should we go? No. Should we go to that old cave that we were at last time? Did we explore?
I believe so.
Yes.
I think it's gotta be somewhere there.
It's our best bet.
I'm gonna check my mental clock. I know he was giving us 72 hours to
36 hours.
or 36. Sorry, 36 hours to go mountain. How long has it been?
It has been about 10.
So we got,
About a day left.
I believe we have about a day left to go into this mountain and find whatever we need to look for.
Let's go then.
Let's go
Yeah,
go
I
into
agree.
that cave and let's dive back down there and see what we can find.
Sounds good.
You all start taking off. Over top of the mountain again, you see the dark clouds and no lightning, but you start seeing it. And where specifically would you like to go? I can pull up a map if you want to.
We want to go specifically to when we walked through that, like,
First time we went to the cave.
second time.
Okay.
So it was when we went down into that, where that big crystal was.
When we
When we saw
Artagas the
Artagas.
first time?
Yeah, that's where we want to go. That's where I want to go.
You guys want to go there?
I think that's a good
Yep.
spot.
Boy, the first time it's destroyed.
It's
right?
destroyed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, caved in now. I guess I forgot that.
Well, part of it was.
Part of it.
I still think this is better.
That was some slaves and stuff.
I guess I could pull this up.
Because I know, Bradley, didn't you recognize some of that area we want to be in?
Yes, I believe I remember walking one of the paths.
Yeah.
There was two paths though. That was
There was one over here.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it by the big door?
It was to the left of the big door.
Left of the big
We
door?
follow
The big door
the big
was
door.
with Trask.
Yeah.
And wasn't there like another path that we didn't check out at all?
You had this one like where you had like
Mhm.
Stuart and all them
Okay.
first, and you had that first encounter of like the actual like kind of not
Yeah.
like dungeon crawl, but then you went through the Trask, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the left one.
I'll have my map and I'll be wow.
It's like I think right in here somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Did
we're
we ever
go
go
there.
on this one? Or no.
This one,
Yeah.
you don't really know it's there.
Okay.
At this moment, you're actually not there.
I'm gonna roll DM inside of the DM. Nat 20. JK.
5 points a second.
Good. Somebody else is getting it.
Mathematic.
It's bullshit. I say one thing, it's sidekick. You've been barking all night. You get nothing.
No, you can't.
Well, that's a 3. Then another 2.
Yeah. Thank you.
1.
This is BS.
Then another 4.
It's called targeting.
Another 8.
Yeah.
So I'm healing that.
Yes.
Get some.
So yeah, we'll fly our
Seething.
things over the mountains. I'll lead the way, so and we will fly back to that area.
All right, and you.
And on our way, do I see any sort of those growths of crystals or anything?
Make a perception check.
God damn it! 13.
13.
I can't. I did it again.
You scanning kind of across the wasteland from what you can see. Nothing seems to be protruding out of just the naked eye from what you can tell. Again, a lot of that kind of corruption and even that storm cloud that had protruded out into the wasteland has receded back into the mountain, and it seems to be kind of concentrated, hovering over a very specific section of the mountain, which is where you guys are going.
Ha! Look at that, guys. We're going there.
Let's go.
Yeah. And you make your way into where that you remember that opening being, and when you land, you know that it looks like almost like what are the bottom parts of trees?
Oh, the stump or the trunk?
Roots.
The roots. It almost looks like roots growing out of the ground of this veiny like corruption out of that hole. It seems like it's sprouting out and growing alongside of the mountain.
Still alive.
Where we gotta go?
I think you took the right spot.
This was not good. This wasn't here before, was it?
Let's go.
Well,
Send it.
dive in.
But the Dubuque Dungeon Divers, we dive.
All right, so you start making your way through that passageway again, and I can pull up.
Because I kind of remember. I know there was like we went down that one spot where the devil attacked us.
Yeah, and would you like to take that same route?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you go through, you need everyone to make perception checks.
Nat 20.
Nat 20! Woo!
Wow.
2 and a 5.
And we're gonna see the same.
Nothing.
Yeah, you both literally see the same exact thing.
That's not this.
You start making your way through that same spot, and you notice that. So we were about right in this area.
Yeah, we
As you're
can
peering down, you notice that along a lot of the walls in this space, that corruption from that ore, or whatever is corrupting that ore, is building itself along the walls. And there are larger concentrations of it in a lot of spaces.
Could you remove the grid so I can see it a little better, just for now? If you click this check mark on the bottom, you should take it all off right here. Perfect.
Does it look like those veins of sorts are all starting or are kind of originating from like a focal point?
Where you saw them with that ship bring out that large crystal,
Yeah.
that's about where.
And you guys had nat 20 on perceptions, didn't you, Sylvan? And as you guys kind of creep up to the spot where there's kind of that crack in the mountain you're able to see down, with your nat 20s, you're able to pick up a pretty distinct voice shouting kind of across the top of the kind of inner mountain pier, and you hear,
We are waiting for another shipment of babies. Once those have arrived, we will respawn our army. Find that dragon, and I will cut off its other wing this time. This is not the end of us. It is only the start. Once we thought it had it in our grasp, the dragon took it from us. Until then, we will wait for that shipment.
and you kind of hear that getting shouted across.
I'm gonna like.
Is that Octavius?
You don't hear it.
I'm gonna squeeze my head down under it. Like,
It's not super loud. It's
Yeah, 'cause
it's
we
kind
got
of
that
it's
tonight,
kind of
I
very
forgot.
echoey and like kind of.
I'll like squeeze down and see if I can look and see if I can find where that's originating from.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
You two, since you were the only two that heard it, obviously make a second perception check.
19.
What'd you get?
5.
So
Six, actually.
you're not getting this one. But Doris, you look out and you don't see an actual figure. What you see is a shadow that is kind of pacing back and forth. So there's light kind of illuminating from this doorway right here. It's open, and you see a shadow that walks across this way, but obviously it's showing out here.
Okay.
And so you assume there's a conversation going on internally in that temple that you guys have visited yourselves.
Is there anybody like in there?
Um,
Is there anybody in here like? in the
oh yeah,
walls?
no. This is like kind of the not the last of the devils, but the people who survived the wrath of Fire
Like the devils.
Yeah, they retreated back to their cave because he was wreaking havoc on the mountain wasteland. So they all essentially retreated back here to make build up their numbers again.
Okay. So there's some by us, or like, or were we like kind of free to jump down from the sledge?
And there's some flying around kind of all over the place. It's kind of chaotic in here, much more than what it was on your first visit because they were kind of getting in formation to flood out into the wasteland. Now it's just kind of a chaotic disaster inside this hub of a cave/mountain.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my Seeker's Compass called Locus, and basically it says Compass lets me do locate object for an hour, and I'm going to cast locate object of that hammer. to see if I can sense it within 1,000 feet of me.
Okay, you do so. And what does locate object?
It says describe or name an object that's familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as the object's within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement.
And because you are out of range, you don't pick up anything.
Okay.
Because remember, this is a large
Right.
space.
And this does go for an hour, so I will continually monitor it until my hour's up, as long as I'm not in combat.
I'm gonna turn back to the group. There's someone speaking down there again. They're trying to get more of an army assembled, and it sounds like they're gonna go after Faldernock again. He mentioned going after a dragon that decimated all their men.
Wait, is the wizard still with us?
You know what?
Sorry.
I don't think he would because he I guess he probably would have to be because he doesn't know where to go unless
There's no means of
unless
travel, right?
Torin sent him. We can say Torin sent him off towards Stonespire.
Yeah, let's do that. We don't want him with us right now.
Because
He's not gonna do nothing.
At this moment, he's kind of dead meat.
Right.
He doesn't.
We don't want him
He
killed,
doesn't really
so.
have magic at the moment.
Okay, yeah, we'll send him off then.
Well, guys, I mean, do we want to try to fight our way down there? I might have a means of getting us there.
I'm down for.
I'm trying to get there without battling.
I know. I fear that's going to be pretty difficult considering it seems like that was going to be easier last time, and we still fought people last time.
These things are fun.
Are there any of them walking around?
Yeah, there. So before there was like hundreds, but now I'd say there's about 100 from your perception check. I'd say 50 of them are flying, and about 50 are flying. And
How big are they? Are they about our size?
Some are big, some are small, some are medium. So kind of all over the place.
What do we think about if we told Faldernock that we know we have a very good indication of where the corruption's at, and we let him know that they're coming for him?
I think this is a way of us proving our worth to Faldernack and getting
I was
a
almost
hefty prize.
That's what I was thinking though as well too. Is that if we, without our warning, he would have this coming for his head, and he knows how powerful that being is. That he said that he took a gash out of a dragon, and we saw that Faldernock was hurt,
Probably it's in them.
which is probably what they're going for.
Yeah.
And he thought that he got rid of them.
It's true.
I think either way we're good. My only thing is that if we're still grossly outnumbered, that at the very least, if Faldernock came in here and got rid of them, we could use that as a distraction.
I just don't know how he'd get in here.
We could just let him know where they're at, and if he comes, he comes. If we could tell him, I mean, that door that they flooded out seemed large. I'm up for whatever. That's just my
I don't
thoughts.
know if Faldernock is going to show up. He seemed fearful when he spoke about whatever he faced.
I'm good to go down there as well. I just don't know how we're going to get down there without starting a fight.
Well, I have a spell that we can probably make ourselves look like devils, and we might be able to just walk up all the way there. I think we try it. The only thing is I don't want to cast it until we get down. I mean, we could, but isn't the issue going to be getting down?
Because how high are we up here right now?
You're like 300 feet up,
Yeah.
so you're pretty high up there.
Did we walk all the way down the other path that one time? We didn't walk all the way down, did we? Like,
We
is
know
there,
that is Featherfall.
Yeah, we could try and walk down and just see when we get lower.
Do we have Featherwell?
I do.
Did I just cast it?
I believe as long as the illusion stays, I mean, it doesn't go away.
I have
so
illusions
we'll
to
see.
say. It's just me that needs to keep it. Should we try it?
We could try it out.
I don't know. I think it's our best bet. This thing lasts 8 hours.
I think we're good.
Okay.
so I'm going to cast Seeming.
Yep.
And so you change the appearance of any number of creatures that you can see within range. You give each target choose a new illusory appearance. An unwilling target can make a charisma saving throw if it succeeds that spell. I'm assuming they're all gonna want to do it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna just change us into pretty much like make us look like devils.
Okay.
And kind of make us all look a little bit different, maybe from like past ones that we fought.
Yep. Make a history check, so.
Could you roll?
Oh, a 1. Oh, that's way better. History?
Yep.
I got 19 to 22.
Very nice. You know, in your time fighting devils in this mountain, you have fought an ice devil, a barbed devil, chain devil, horn devil, bone devil, and I'd say with that, you could make any one of those guys any one of those things that you want.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. I guess you do it. If we are falling, you should give us wings. So what the
No, yeah, that's
the
what-
odds
that's what
were
I
ones
do.
that did not have wings?
That's what I was thinking. I just don't know which wings. Which ones have wings?
With your history check, you know that the bone devil does, horn devil does.
Okay.
Let's do the horn devil. I think those are smaller ones.
Right? If I,
Oh, that's right. No, these guys are large. They look
Large.
like this. They're like those guys.
oh, that's okay. That's
Bone devil, and then that's
This is the horn devil.
horn.
The,
Can I do a history check on my knowledge of devils to know which one would be greater standing, a bone or a horn devil?
greater standing, like.
Like ranks, basically.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you can.
14.
You just beat it. A horn devil, you know, has a greater rank or standing than a bone devil.
So then I believe you should do horn devils.
That's what I want to make us a bit taller.
Gonna work.
That can be a baby one.
Because they're big.
They're big.
You're just a
You
small
might
one.
be a small one.
I'm pretty sure seeming can change like the height of creatures
by a foot.
by a foot.
So I can go a foot taller, a foot shorter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Either way. But like, if you were to touch, like, so say
Like,
Dars
it's a
was
foot.
right here,
Yeah.
it's like invisible, you would hit your face,
Yeah.
technically.
I don't think that's. Don't worry about it. Just do it.
What I just do it? It's fine.
Just be a baby horn devil. I will be your father.
Okay. I will make each of them a foot taller,
Mhm.
and I mean, I don't know if it says anything about width, but whatever.
Yep.
And I'll just make them as big as I can,
Mhm.
and then I'll make mine. I'll be a little smaller,
Okay. Yeah. And you guys see
kind of like a baby face.
you guys see Sylvan start singing a song, and you see each string on his lute change different colors. And when he strums it, you see the strings kind of magically lash out at each, and they kind of twirl around everyone, and they start wrapping themselves around each individual person. And once they kind of finish their twine, you guys pop out, and everyone looks around, and you see just a bunch of horned devils right now looking at each other.
Oh,
That
sounds
look-
like it's gonna work.
That look immaculate. They look like you're one of them. There's nothing that would kind of be false.
Yeah.
All right, follow my lead.
Yes. Now we have to
Flap your arms.
Yes, flap them.
Come on, good flap.
Wait. You can cast it first. But
And I'll kind of look at them and
Okay,
like,
I'll get ready.
jump when I do. And I'll kind of like jump and kind of start flapping
Yep.
and kind of turn, and then I will cast Featherfall.
Okay.
Then I'll go.
Yeah.
And Featherfall is basically kind of like gliding down, so I would say like
Yep.
I'll try to do a performance check to like make it look
Yeah.
like that I'm kind of like just gliding down
Yep.
from the walls.
And you guys do that again. This kind of gap that you're able to see out and get out of, you're only able to kind of shinny out of and slide. And so Elcor is the first one out, and he kind of waits until everyone kind of gets into their positions to fall out of this ravine. But once that happens, you guys see Elcor kind of snap, and everyone kind of starts gliding, and everyone roll performance checks here.
Performance. Oh, fuck, I have a good
29.
Dirty 20.
Let me see.
Nice.
So it's not bad at Oh,
Brecken got a 6. I got a 22.
10.
Nice.
They're
Everyone,
a pretty good group.
yes, everyone besides Brecken passes, but with the group's effort, you see Brecken just flailing around. and so what you kind of instinctively do is kind of hold back, get to his level, and kind of shield him from the eyes of the devils now kind of glancing over at you guys as you peacefully fall and glide to the ground. You see devils kind of like flying over top of you, kind of glancing down, but take a quick look and just keep going. Nothing kind of suspicious or out of the ordinary in this kind of atmosphere right now.
I'm gonna go to my ear.
I think we just go straight there. Don't talk to anybody. No, keep flying.
And you guys fall and eventually land on the ground. And now, not surrounded by any devils at this moment, hear screeches and more screams from the distance.
So we're here right now.
Yep,
Okay.
so I'd say you guys landed. Oops, shit. And you guys are on this elevated surface right here.
Okay. We'll begin walking. I'll begin kind of taking us down this way,
You just leave because it's
and then I'll kind of we'll kind of just go this way.
Yep.
And then we'll go over this bridge. I'm assuming it's a little rickety, but
It is. It's going to require a dex check.
Can we get it zoomed in a little bit in there?
Alright, where do we need to go?
Like right here.
Right on that bottom bridge.
right here.
Yep. There we go. And so you get to a part where it's kind of like that Shrek bridge, really rickety over the lava. And you don't really know which step's gonna, pop open that next wooden plank across the bridge. And so Sylvan, you get to that point.
One second. I gotta make sure. Okay. It's not concentration.
Seeing?
No,
Got it.
it's just on.
Got it.
One second,
There you
I just don't want to fall. That would be ideal.
I don't really have any good spells for this.
Is there any other alternative paths we can take?
I don't see any. Do you? Doesn't appear to be. Well, if I get over that, we should be sitting a lot better.
I think we just have to
Just
send it.
do it. Just do it. Alright, follow me. Go first.
And as Torin, I'm gonna cast guidance before everybody goes. Okay.
All right.
So I'll have Sylvan go first.
Yep.
Alright, now I do. What is that? 1d4.
Is this like acrobatics?
We're going to do acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Not bad. 10.
You just beat it. Meets it, beats it.
If I didn't get that, that would have been bad.
And so
If I didn't
you-
get that inspiration.
Everyone sees this little horned devil run up.
No, I want to do that.
Yep. And you see him jump and he starts flapping. And you see him stick his one foot on the very edge of it and he falls forward. But he gets to the edge of the bridge and now it's rocking. But Sylvan waits till it's done and you see devils all over flying down, looking at you, but again, just kind of looking at the noise, not once they see it's down there. Who's next?
I can go. I got a 16 with guidance.
Dars. Larger horned devil comes in, flaps his wings, jumps over, sticks it perfectly.
Brecken will go next.
Okay, Brecken is up next.
I'm gonna kind of like.
He's good, I think.
He's good.
16.
Brecken, same thing as Dars. Flaps his wings, jumps over, sticks the landing gracefully. Elcor, Bradley.
Dirty 20.
All right, Bradley, same thing. Gets over, even better landing, and rejoins the group.
Elcor will go last, right?
Torin's gotta go too.
Torn's gotta go too.
Torin's gonna go.
Guidance.
I got a 20.
Nice. Yep. And the best yet glides over this pack.
I got a crit
Nice,
fail.
nice. And so the last of the Sotimalkai group gets over as the lava kind of shoots up, and you feel the heat as you jump over that pit.
Okay. So yeah, once we get all over,
Yep.
I'll kind of mosey on down this way.
And again, now as you guys get closer to kind of the center of this cavern cave area, devils are starting to pass you.
I'll go.
Make a performance check.
That's what I wanted. 29.
and doing that, you imitate exactly what he just said back to you. And
Do I know what he said?
do you speak Abyssal?
No.
You have no idea what he said.
Yeah, well, I'll keep leading us.
Yeah. And
And I'll kind of wait right here, okay? When we get to the bridge,
yep.
I want to make sure, like, is the bridge currently being occupied, like people using it?
There is one devil sitting there, just literally just standing at the entrance of this side, the one
Okay.
you're on.
And I kind of want to be like just look around and act like we're pointing. Like
Mhm.
I'm pointing.
And this devil's standing here, and it's a barbed devil.
Yeah.
And so he's all spiky, and he's just kind of hunched over, looking. And you see him kind of lock eyes with you, and you see him squint.
Yeah, the first thing I say is I'm going to repeat that exact thing I just said to the
Mhm.
other barb devil.
And we'll carry over your performance. And he. And he sees you squint. And he starts walking over towards you.
And I'm gonna cast prestidigitation.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm gonna make a sticky smell like the guys I just passed.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a history check first to see if you could kind of remember.
18.
Nice. Yep. Now roll a performance.
32.
And you get it about as close to that scent that passed you as you can get. Kind of a sulfury, disgusting smell, like someone hasn't bathed in 14 years, and it's mixed with a very sulfur-based stench. And once he leans in for the last one, you kind of you see this little stink start to go around Sylvan. And the barb devil walks away now.
And then I'll turn around and be like,
Is there any devils like currently around? After that, because we kind of passed that one, right?
Yep.
Is there any other devils that are currently looking at us right now?
Make a perception.
16.
Nice. 15 was it? So you on the ground, you don't seem to notice anyone locking eyes with you currently, but when you look up, you see occasionally there are kind of just horn devils, bone devils flying around, just occasionally looking down to what's going on below them.
Okay, I'm gonna when I notice like there's a time when I feel like I get a couple seconds that like none of them are looking at me,
Mhm.
I want to check my compass again, kind of like peek into my pocket a little bit,
Mhm.
not obviously pull it out, but see if anything's changed when it's looking for that hammer, because that's
Yeah.
an hour concentration, or it's not concentration, it lasts an hour.
But it lasts an hour, its effect.
Yep.
Yeah. Make a sleight of hand.
Nice. God, I keep looking at brackets. 22.
Nice, and as you do that, kind of shuffling around, you do manage to get it, take a look at it real quick, and shove it back before anything would, make it obvious to the naked eye that you were doing something.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, you do not see the compass reveal anything of what you're looking for.
And I'm kind of like lowly saying, I have not found the hammer. I don't believe Octavius is here.
Could it be another being?
Let's keep moving.
and yeah, I'll lead us on across the bridge.
Yep.
And then we'll take a right.
Mitch, you want to pull us over a little bit? want to go in that other.
I want to go in there too, but
No, I
like
know.
we. Yeah, we'll walk over this way.
Yep.
I just want to peek as we walk and look at that can.
Yes. Make a perception because I guess you're not really up close to it.
8.
You look at it, and it seems like it's a much larger can than something you've ever seen before. But that's really all you see.
Let's see.
And carrying over your perception, you see that shadow walking back and forth right now as you are up, within 20 feet of it.
Big.
It's big, and you hear,
Curse these lands, and all of them that bring it.
Yeah, I'll keep walking. Are there ice devils up front again?
yes, as you approach, there are guard ice devils at their post in front of the door.
And so, as I come around the corner,
Yep.
like, I guess as I come around this corner, I see him there.
Yep.
I'll, I'm gonna start, like, crying. And,
In Abyssal?
not a whistle, but just like, kind of. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, start kind of hobbling.
Yep.
And, and I'll keep walking. And I'll just kind of walk up to him.
Yep. Make a performance check.
Not as good as I wanted. 24.
This guy is literally run 20s in.
And with that, the ice devils outside, as you they stand their pikes real quick. And you hear from inside,
What is going on outside my temple?
And I'll be behind me.
and you hear the
Okay, then I get this phase going.
Oh god.
Shit.
and you see this large,
There he is.
large
Archdevil.
archdevil fill up this door frame. So large that in fact his wings have to cower down to his shoulders to even get through it.
What is wrong, my little one?
And you see him take his giant kind of trident pike and he picks up your elbow.
I see nothing wrong with this. But I speak to you again. What is wrong?
I'll be like, this time I have no idea if they speak common. I'm gonna be like,
And instantly you see this archdevil get down on knee, grabs Sylvan by the throat, and you see him pick up Sylvan. You don't even get a save to see this.
No devil in my cave speaks common.
And you see that, and he starts, and from that he cowers, or not cowers, but he twists his body, his wings tuck back into the temple, and he slams his doors. And that's forward.
God damn it! Well, I got in. So.
Oh my god.
I knew it was bound to happen
Oh
sometime.
god, that's too funny.
God damn it. Oh! At least I'm in there. Did that happen last time? Who was in there? Somebody was in there alone.
No,
No,
Torn
it was
was locked
outside.
out.
Oh, he was locked out.
He was locked out.